I don't need no one to save me. I was born to be the greatest. All that time in that basement, all that time isn't wasted. Rapping getting faded. I just wanna tell my mom that I made it. Just wanna be the topic of the conversation. Used to rock the gold plated. Now I'm wearing gold chains like I'm famous.
Check. What's going on, man? Happy Tuesday, everybody. This is your boy Kings and Dreams. Welcome to Unity in the Manosphere Part 4 of this 5-part series. If you have not seen Part 1, 2, and 3, definitely make sure you look for it on my channel. We have great conversations. We talk about dating, interrelationship dynamics, and we also talk about travel. So without further ado, let me get my guest here, man. I'm gonna get this thing popping off right, man. Okay. So first things first, man. I gotta bring up my man Miles in the game. Yo. What's up, brother? How you doing?
Yo. What's going on? Yes, sir.
Yeah, definitely appreciate you, man. Definitely appreciate you being here. For sure.
Thanks for having me, man. I appreciate you.
Man, I appreciate you too, brother. Jamie Woods, what's up, man?
Hey, what's going on, man? It's definitely a pleasure to be here, man. It's gonna be a good time for sure.
Absolutely. My brother from another, Todd Allen, what's up, man?
How are you? Hello, gentlemen. How are you?
Hey, what's going on, Todd?
Well, yeah, honored to be here. Thank you.
Yes.
Hey, Jamie, in relation to that kid that played on the Celtics?
I don't know who that is. No,
Jamie. Jason Tatum kind of looked like a.
Oh,
I'll take it, man. I'll take it.
He'll take the money. That's what he means.
I wish.
That boy about to get paid.
Yes, sir.
All right. And Reese, what's up, man? It's been a minute. How you doing, bro?
I'm living, dude. Good. Thanks for having me back on here. Even though, hasn't been a year.
Yeah, it's been about a year, man. It has been about a year, man. Affy, I see you in the back, Affy, but I'm not sure if you're ready to go yet. So he is. What's up, brother? How we doing, man?
Affy Kingdom. What's going on?
What's up, players?
What's up, man?
What's up, man?
Affy, get at me, man. I hit you up today, man. I need your info for that documentary, man.
Oh, you did today?
Yeah, I hit you up.
Man, and we got Mr. Lucario back in the building. What's up, man?
What's going on? How's everybody doing? What's up?
Yeah.
What's going on?
Yeah. All right, my man Bruiser's in the building. What's up, bro?
That's some good
I
lighting.
think you on mute.
That's some good lighting, Bruiser.
What's going on, bro? What's going on, fellas? How y'all doing?
Man, I definitely appreciate all of y'all being here. So we got some people that are running a little bit late, but you know, we gonna get this conversation started, man. So first and foremost, you know, I would like for like some of the new people to kind of introduce themselves, man, because Bruiser, this is the first time that you've actually been on my channel. So kind of just tell some people about this stuff if you don't mind, brother.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we hear you clearly.
Okay, hey, y'all. Let me see something. All right. So y'all can hear me now?
Yes, sir.
We can.
All right. Yeah, my name, I go by many names, but most people know me by Bruiser. I'm a married man. You know, I came into this space because, you know, I joined the Lapeef network and met up with a number of people that, you know, they want to insert themselves into the conversation when it comes to the community, Black community or whatever. And I think the smartest approach was me personally inserting myself in a way that where I could, you know, my own experience can relate to the conversation. And that's just being married and knowing how to deal with women, you know. So I personally believe that relationships between the Black man and the Black women is the place where you want to start to try to build a Black community. I mean, we can try to talk about racism and all these other stuff, but it all starts in your household. I'm a military veteran, athlete, you know what I'm saying? I'm a certified image consultant. Like a lot of brothers in these spaces, I follow Kevin Samuels hard. He was a mentor to me, you know, away from the camera. And that's just it in a nutshell.
Salute, man. Salute. Definitely thank you for your service, brother. Definitely appreciate you, man. First time being here, and it definitely won't be your last, man. Definitely appreciate you. Reese, man, where you been? It's been about a year, man. So tell the people a little bit about you, man, just in case, remind them.
Oh yeah, it's your boy, the merciless Resell Black, and y'all know I'm transparent than a motherfucker here. Oh, I'm sorry, excuse the French, because I know we're live here. You know,
good, man. We good. We rocking and rolling. Let's get it. Let's get it. We rocking and rolling. Let's go.
Yeah, first of all, I just want to say shout out to my babe brethren, Affy. What's good, my dude? And of course, I got to give a shout out to my good Bar Boulevard co-host. You know what I mean, Lucario.
What up?
Good on the block, my nigga.
What's going on?
Yeah, man. Well, Miles, this is the first time I actually been on the same panel with you, my nigga. So glad to see you up in here, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, and shout out to my other brothers and everything. But yeah, back to me. So of course, yeah, I was a married man too, and your boy is actually legally divorced right now, so I could go both ways. You know what I mean? So it's all so it's all good to yeah. So a nigga is back in the streets. But this is what's actually good about this shit. So now if cats actually want to get on my ass and be all like, okay, so now that you back out there, now y'all can really talk about how really it is. It's like, nah, nigga, the game ain't changed. The only thing that changed was access. And it's the same thing that everybody keep on talking about. We have way too much access to one another. But at the end of the day, it's who chooses who, whose time is given to who. And that's pretty much where I am at, you know, right now. So yeah, single parent dad, still doing the big, but I'm still here to like pretty much give my time and give my support to the Black Manosphere. So let's go ahead and get the game on. And I'm glad you guys actually had me on here. So I'm ready for it, man. I'm ready to go ahead and network and get it going.
All right.
Definitely appreciate it, man. And as I'm introducing everybody, man, definitely got to bring this guy up because I've got to do a reaction to one of his videos. Popular in Hollywood, excellent editor, just hit 100K. This dude is definitely one of my inspirations just as a content creator, man. My man ZoomToThailand, what's up, brother?
What up, my people? What up, chat? What y'all doing?
What up? What up?
What up? What up?
What's going on? What's going on?
Peace.
Yeah, man. So we just doing some brief introductions. I know a lot of people do know who you are. So just kind of give us a 30-second elevator speech, brother, if you don't mind.
Man, I'm just a brother that born in Chicago, grew up in South Central LA, got tired of the rap race, came to Thailand on accident like Gilligan's Island, and never left. And now I just try to inspire people, man. I just try to inspire people to live their dreams like kings and dreams. You understand me? So I just believe we work stronger together than against each other, man. So I try my best to support as many people as I can.
Thanks.
Absolutely, man. Definitely appreciate you, brother. And Todd, why don't you give the 30-second elevator speech?
All right. Hello, gentlemen, and hello for all those who are listening and watching. My name is Professor Todd Allen, professor of economics. Been a professor of economics for over 23 years, but I incorporate that with as a lifestyle coach as well, and certified happiness psychologist. What I think is it's important that life is too short to live small. And so it's important for us, especially as Black men, to live a life of happiness and to live well above our current status, our current state, mentally, physically, mostly psychologically and physically. And I think that we have the tools to be able to do that. And my goal is to help as many people live the life that they've always wanted to live for themselves, their family, and their community. So thank you for letting me speak.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. Appreciate it. And then Afi, last but not least, you, brother.
What's going on? I'm Afi Kingdom, Bay Area cat, travel the world, write books, and make YouTube. What's going on, everybody?
Afi, what up, Afi?
What's up, baby?
How you doing, man?
All right, man. So my first question, and I'm just gonna jump right into it, man. So, a lot of us on here have traveled or live abroad or have lived abroad, right? So, what would you say are two of the major differences that you?
Wait, hold up, King, wait. What's up with the marching band music, though? I was trying to figure that out.
I don't know whose music that is. That's not mine.
I don't hear.
I don't hear any music.
I hear a marching band, man. I'm like, what? Oh, you know what that could be? That could be my damn thing because I was working.
Oh, I'm like, bro, what?
No, it was me. I'm sorry. I'm like, what the hell is that with the marching band? Like,
I'm like, my man is on something good over there. He happy as hell and hearing marching bands. Pass it, bro. Let me hit that too.
That scopolamine, nigga. Got you hearing shit, nigga.
Yeah, you laughing a little bit too hard, blood. He on something great. He on something magnificent tonight, boy.
No, man, I got some. I was working. As King of Dream to tell you, I was working in the background, and I forgot I left that thing on. But go, I'm sorry. My bad, Kings and Dream.
I'm like, music.
I ain't smoked nothing yet. Hey, I ain't smoked nothing yet. But I'm sorry, brother. Go ahead.
All right, so what are two of the major things that you've noticed from either traveling abroad or living abroad? Difference between the States and there. And Zoom, I'll zoom in on you so you can go ahead and give your feedback, brother.
Okay. Can you repeat the question? You said
oh
because I was listening to what you were saying. You said what are the two things, but I want to make sure I answer you clearly.
Okay, what are two major differences that you've noticed from living in the United States to living abroad? Two major differences.
You threw me a lob. I was wondering, I'm like, that's such an easy question. I'm like, you just lobbed that one up there.
Yeah.
Number one is peace. Peace of mind. You know what I mean? It's like you get a whole different level of peace when you leave because the vibe is different. The matrix mindset isn't there. So and then depending on where you live, the cost of living is crazy. So it's not even. I was wondering because that was like an easy thing. I can give you like 10 more, but the main things is peace and cost of living.
Peace and cost of living, yeah. So I just wanted to do two because it's like one of those quick hitter questions. You know what I mean? So I got you. All right, I'm gonna go with you, Afi. What about you, bro?
The two of the biggest. I'm gonna say the cost of living. It's just the cost of shit. Period. Just not living. Just the cost of anything you want to do, and better energy, man. Better energy, bro. Like You go to the other places, you don't be tripping as much like back at the house. I mean, at least where I'm at, in the Bay. But yeah, I say that the energy, it's more peaceful and you get way more bang for your buck.
Understood.
Yeah.
Understood.
You thought I was gonna say something else, didn't you?
I did not. I did not. I did not. But that could that could be a triple entendre or whatever. So it's all good. But Miles, I'm gonna flip this to you, man. The yard man. I know you got something to say.
What's different about going abroad?
Yes, like two major differences that you've noticed.
I mean, yeah, like everybody's saying, the cost of living is definitely different. You know what I think? I think that it's interesting because American culture is such a hodgepodge of so many different cultures. It's almost like saying America has no culture. And then when you go to other places, the culture is more interwoven into the social aspect, right? So it's like when you're talking to people, they speak a certain language or they have a certain accent, or like for example, I've been to certain places, like I've been to Italy, and it's around lunchtime, and then you try to go into a store or a restaurant to have lunch, and the lights are off and shit, and you're like, what's going on? And they let you know that like every day between a certain time, everybody takes a break. Like certain things with the culture that are different like that. So it's just I just think that in certain aspects, culture is very prevalent, right, in society, where it doesn't matter about the money or the hustle or nothing. It's like, if you come to our country, we're used to taking a siesta or a break in the middle of the day, and that's just what we do. And you got to deal with that, right? Where in America, it's like, well, man, we got to hustle. Like, we got to get this money. Like, ain't nobody got time for culture and religion and all that. Like, even though we respect it and we see it, at the same time, it's like, we don't know, a lot of people don't even understand that. Like, the closest thing to that is I've been in New York City, and I've seen the halal dude. He'll stop serving chicken and rice for a few minutes because he got to lay out his prayer mat, and he got to turn to Mecca, and he got to pray at one of the 5 times out the day type of thing. But yeah, I'd just say that culture is just way more prevalent in the social fabric in other places than in the United States, as well as cost of living.
Absolutely. I think that's an excellent point, right? Because you talk about the hustle and bustle. Like, most people, they get 30 minutes to eat. You know what I mean? You eat like half a sandwich, and then you bring your ass right back to work. So
right.
Yeah. Todd, what's up with you? What are your thoughts?
Well, I'd have to concur with what the gentlemen were saying. But for me, it's the family environment is more prevalent for me here in South America than it was in the U.S. And it has to do with culture. I think from the family dynamic, in terms of the mindset that many of the women in this particular culture have. If you look at the divorce rates are less than 8%, as opposed to in the States, their divorces are typically initiated by women in upwards of 60 to 70% of the time. So for me, that was one of the biggest draws, as well as just lifestyle, just a relaxed lifestyle. One day is almost like a week long, and I enjoy that. So.
Okay. And Bruiser, what about you? Have you been outside the States, bro?
Yeah, I served in the military. I've been all over the place.
Okay, yeah. So
I got a passport too, so I travel as well.
Perfect.
But I don't want to be an echo. Of course, the cost of living is different. Every country got its own economic atmosphere, or whatever you want to call it. But in my experience, for men, I think for men, image doesn't play a huge factor in a competitive dating market when it comes to pursuing women. It seems as though the women abroad rate a man's appearance different than the women in America. I had a friend. He don't talk to me anymore. I don't know why. I'm still trying to get around there. But I had a friend who never got any play here in the U.S.
Mm.
Then he showed me a variety of women from various countries who were gorgeous that would never, give him any play here. So I think there's an advantage whenever you travel abroad.
Okay. I appreciate that. And then I will go with you, Lucario. I know that you've been outside of the States.
Mhm.
What are your thoughts?
You talking about so what's different? I would say
two different
things, man. Shit. I would say I don't know, the places that I've been, because I've been to Jamaica, Brazil, Barbados and shit like that, and it's just maybe it was the places I've been to. How do I say this? It's like it seems dirtier to me. I don't know how to explain it. I don't know. Look, it seemed very like maybe I was in the poor sections. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? So that's one. Different, I would say. The places I was at, compared to where I'm at now, it's just way more quiet. So I would say those two. So quiet and dirtier. That's how I look at it. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Okay, so you're saying that the places that you were more dirtier than the United States?
Yeah, just where I go to. So because remember I'm from New York, so I'm in Manhattan all the time and right. So the thing is that if I go to when I went to Jamaica. And Miles could talk about this because he was with me, and it was like culture shock. I was like, "What in the hell? Where the hell am I?" You know what I'm saying? So it was just like crazy to me. So that's just been my experience in those places. So maybe if I go to some other places, it could be different. But that was just my experience in those places where it just seemed, like more backwoods type of shit. You know what I'm saying? That's how I experienced it.
All right. So after this pod, we gonna have to figure out to bring you out more because NYC got rats the size of football, bro. And you talking about other places dirty and cool, bro.
Where I go, I don't know. Maybe I had to go to some other places from the places where I'm at. Yeah. When I got off the plane, I saw dirt. That's all I'm saying.
In his defense, for example, being in Jamaica, we were actually in some of the hood areas of Jamaica.
We was in Kingston.
You guys going to Frenchtown or something?
Yeah, we was in not the slums, but a lot of the parts of Kingston are very hoodish. You understand? Right. And a third world country's hood is much worse than America's type of hood.
Right.
As far as the I guess you could say standard of or quality of living type of thing. And what I know about my guy Lucario is he loves to be where the money is.
I'm bougie. Yeah, I'm bougie.
He loves to be where the money is. So, and it just so happens that a couple of the places that we've been to, like Jamaica, we wasn't where the money was. We actually went there to do we had a job to do. We had some business to take care of, and we started out in Kingston. But Lucario, the place where we ended up though on the
is fire. I ain't gonna lie. That's what I'm saying. Maybe I gotta go to better places. That's probably what it is.
Yeah, because we went to Ocho Rios.
I was like, hell no. I was like, get me the hell up out of here. So I can't do it.
All right. So quick disclaimer before we continue, guys. If you from the hood, don't go overseas to another hood. Why would you want to leave one hood and go to another hood? Nah, man, that ain't it. That ain't it, man. That ain't it. And Reese, have you traveled abroad yet or no?
The farthest I have been was Puerto Rico, and I'm gonna just tell you this from what you just said. If you from the hood and you don't go to somebody else's hood, it's like, okay, look, if anybody know the Bay is the Bay. But it ain't Puerto Rico, and I had no idea that I was going to be in a spot called Carolina because we was just out there visiting. And Carolina down there looked like Richmond, California down here, if anybody knows how the Bay is. It was pretty gutter down there. I mean, when gas was 60 cents, I knew something was up in Puerto Rico.
Oh my!
But at the end of the day, we went to Old San Juan and everything, and down there, it was smooth. It was cool. The beaches was not clean or whatever. And I'm not shitting on Puerto Rico or nothing like that. But when we got to the touristy side, to where the Waldorf was, then it was like, oh, okay, so this is where it was popping and everything, you know what I mean? But it wasn't totally good or anything. But from what I noticed down there, yeah, it was a whole lot more, it was a bit family oriented, down there in Puerto Rico when I was down there, but the but the women were wild. And maybe because that was just where I was, what part of Puerto Rico I was in, so they're very, very free with it down there. It was fun, had a cool weekend and everything. But I do wish to like go to other places. Like I do want to see like Paris and stuff like that, when the time comes. But as far as the social atmosphere out there, yeah, it was very family like. It was like, Dominicans was popping down there, because I ran into a few of those down there. It was very, very cordial, very, very cordial out there. So I wouldn't mind going back to Puerto Rico and everything, but they wouldn't be my first choice though. But other than that, they had a pretty cool social atmosphere out, as far as I can say.
Okay. All right. So the general consensus is that most people saw peace, cost of living, and Miles brought Lucario to the trenches. All right. No more of that. No more of that. All right, but moving on. So I want to play this clip by Austin Holleman, and I actually want to get you guys' thoughts on it. And I got a video by you, Zoom, actually one you did today, and I want to get you guys' reaction on it. I actually haven't seen that video yet, part 3, Zoom, and it looked like it's a good one. Let me see. All right, I'm just gonna share my screen. Hold on. All right.
An example showing people what they can do if they're not satisfied or they had similar complaints to what I had living in the United States.
Right.
One thing I would say to them is in the I was telling somebody this yesterday, in the United States, there's a lot of things that they're pushing on you to make you feel like something's wrong with you or you're crazy.
Right.
I talk about the endless self-improvement journey. Like you have an issue, people would say, oh, just work on yourself. Just work on you. So I guess your entire life, you're supposed to get shit and just work on yourself and get nothing in return. And for me, I was able to flip that around by taking what I had already accomplished in another society and getting a completely different result. So if you feel like you're crazy in the United States, maybe it might not be you. Some people are crazy, but maybe it might not be you. And if you travel somewhere else, you may see exactly what I'm talking about.
All right. So what are you guys' thoughts on that?
My thoughts is it's always you because wherever you go, that's you. You know what I'm saying? So I think
you go there, you are.
Right. Because the thing is that if you make it about the place, then what happens is if something changes in that place, then you're gonna have to move to another place and another place and another place. So instead of worrying about the place, if you understood yourself and fixed yourself, then no matter what place you're in, you understand what I'm saying? Then you'll be good. You see what I mean? So it's just about the person actually at the end of the day.
All right. Zoom, what are your thoughts on that?
I mean, I kind of disagree, but at the same time, he has a good point. You're gonna be who you are wherever you at. But I also agree. I also believe that you get inspired when you move to different places. Like, as a kid, I grew up in South Central, and my mom saw me heading in that direction of gangbanging and all that goofy stuff. And she took me to a whole different environment. I moved out to the Valley, saw a whole different thing, and it got totally inspired. That's what made me want to be an actor. I just started stuff, just environment always inspired me. That's why I love traveling so much. Like if you sit in that same box, in that same room, in that same store, in that same job, you really can't get inspired because you're sitting and doing the same thing. Yeah, you're going to be the same person, but you're going to feel so much better when you go somewhere. Even Jamaica, like I like Jamaica. You know what I mean? It just depends on what moves you. Like maybe Lucario, Jamaica, what for him, like he said, like maybe if he went to Portugal or somewhere else or some part of Europe or something, that might inspire him. But I strongly believe that the environment will inspire you to be a better version of yourself. Just my opinion.
Okay. What about you, Miles?
Yeah, look, I'm all for becoming a better version of yourself, but I think it all starts from within. Because one thing that kind of jumped out at me is when he said America's pushing things on you. And I mean, I could see that, because I think there's a lot of rainbow shit that I don't want to see that be coming up on my feed or that's featured in the movie I'm watching. And I'm just like, this ain't really what I signed up for. But at the same time, I know who I am, and no matter how much rainbow stuff they put in front of my face, it don't matter to me. You understand? So I designed the life that I want based on who I am, not where I am.
Fair enough. And stay right there with that, because I agree with you. But don't you think that with the agenda that's being pushed on you, not you specifically, but us as people, and especially like we're all masculine men here, right? So like with that agenda being pushed on you, like, don't you think people are saying, you know what, like I might as well just go to a place where they're not pushing that agenda, or it's not being thrown in my face every day?
Right.
Whether you are in a store, you watching a movie, TV show, like that agenda is being pushed.
Right.
So what say you? I just want to, hear your final thoughts on that.
At the end of the day, people could push whatever they want. People push monogamy every day. And I'm not monogamous, you know what I'm saying? People try to tell me to take off my glasses every day. Every day. And you see, bro, I was before I got on this call, I was on a consultation chilling in the living room with my glasses on, talking to my client. You get what I'm saying? In the house. Like, I don't know, bro. I don't want to take anything from anyone who has found something abroad. Okay, because everybody's journey in life is going to be different. And I see nothing wrong with that. But all I'm saying is I'm going to be Miles Cunningham no matter where I'm at and no matter what they pushing, no matter what they're pushing. Because, look, they push, anti-masculinity almost every day. But instead of going anywhere, what do? I figure out how to become a masculine identity coach. Do you understand? And I face the problem head on, and I monetize my gift of being able to expose a man's value to himself. Right. So I look directly into the face of them pushing whatever they pushing as far as telling men to not believe in themselves. And I'm like, you know what? I'm actually going to use that to fuel and strengthen my identity even more so I can help other men to do the same thing. You understand? Now, if you want to take that strength and go abroad, fine, no problem. You understand? But as long as you have the strength in you, no matter where you go.
Okay. I feel you. Affy, where did Affy go? He dropped off?
Oh shit. I was like, somebody's missing.
Yeah. All right. So Jamie, what say you, man?
I don't think there's a right or wrong answer to this. I mean, you do whatever you want to do as a man. Don't let anyone tell you what to believe in or what to do. I mean, like for me personally, like you can still achieve big things here in America. You know what I mean? I know everyone wants to talk smack about America, and if you watch my content, I always try to give people options. I'm like, hey, if you want to succeed in America, go ahead. But at the same time, don't overlook overseas, because I've had the best experiences overseas, specifically in Europe. I've been to Paris. I've been to Spain, which is one of my favorite countries in the world. It has everything America has. You know what I mean? Except like people are much different out there. Like US dollar runs deeper out there. So, I mean, it depends on you as a man. Whatever you feel is the best thing for you, go ahead and do that. You want to be in America, you can succeed here. You want to go out in Europe or South America, go ahead and do that. You know what I mean? Don't let anyone tell you what to do or what's right or what's wrong. That's the way I view things.
Okay, fair enough. And Todd.
Yeah, I would agree with everything that everyone has said. Certainly, I look at things from an economics perspective as basically study of choices, right? most people live lives of quiet desperation, and they have identity crisis, right? So they typically identify themselves with what they do as opposed to who they are. You know, they give themselves, you know, labels, like I said when I introduced myself, professor, right? So that's just what I do. That's not necessarily who I am. And that is something that is, I believe, is very prevalent, especially in the States. And so when people are pushing things on you in the States, that is basically the culture and the mindset and the drive, you know, how to be successful in the US. But like, you know, a lot of the brothers were saying here, that when a man understands who he is and what he's really all about, you know, the earth is the Lord's and the fullness thereof. He can thrive in any environment.
There we go.
Oh, you're on mute, I think.
Yeah, you're on mute.
Sorry, my bad. Yeah, I said whoever did that sound effect, thank you. I appreciate that.
That was my.
All right. Bruiser, what say you on this one, man?
It's an excuse to not face what's truly going on with yourself. He said he think he's crazy. It's an excuse. I mean, if he could be more transparent, you know, on what the agenda is, or on why he feel like he's crazy, and maybe I can have some compassion, you know, for his position against the society over here. You know, I'm also not convinced that, you know, he's exhausted, you know, dwelling anywhere possible in the U.S. One of the gentlemen on this panel also said that, you know, whatever's best for you, you know, you do what's best for you, you know, and don't let anyone tell you different. Man, I believe when you reveal your thoughts openly, you know, the things that you're thinking, and you make videos about how you feel about things that involve your peers, I mean, I think you're looking for an opinion from other people that could potentially change your mind. So I think there's a reason why he made that video. And if he wasn't really concerned about what he thought or how he felt, he would have kept it to himself. That's just my thoughts on it.
That's yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
All right. I think I've gotten everyone's opinion on it. I mean, so when I asked him that question, I inherently understood exactly what he was saying, right? So there is this agenda, right? Especially for his age group. So all of us, I think, well, all of us are at least either in our mid to late 30s or older, right? So this is a guy who's not even 25 years old. And then you got, like, we talked about the rainbow people, like you see like rainbow books and stuff like that. Now, again, I'm not making any excuses or anything. I'm just saying what we clearly see on a day-to-day basis, right? So if we're seeing this stuff and we don't want to be a part of it, we are taking ourselves out of it and saying, okay, we're going to this place where this agenda is not going to be basically forced down my throat, pause, so to speak. You know what I mean?
So what do you do whenever you go to the other society who has an acceptable agenda, and then somebody get voted into office and then they change the agenda to what you don't like? Are you going to tuck and run to another society? Or are you going to make it a habit of running from your country where you put your stake down because you can't face it and dwell in it? I know how to survive in it. Nothing can penetrate your household unless you allow it to. I got to raise 2 kids in this society. I'm not going to run to a different country because of an agenda. You just got to figure out how to maneuver in the obstacles that's put in front of you. It's just an obstacle that's put in front of you. And I know no shade to any of those communities. But you know, it's all about how you raise your children and how you go about how you move personally. And I think if you running away, you just gonna find it. You're gonna find something else somewhere else that you ain't gonna like, and you have to keep running.
That's a fact.
Hey, Bob Marley. There's a song by Bob Marley called "Running Away," right? And in the hook, he goes, "You're running and you're running and you're running away, but you can't run away from yourself." I mean, Any problem that you have in your life, I'm a firm believer that it's something to do with you. It's something to do with you. I heard somebody say this on a reel the other day. They said that every person you meet, you always understand that you're meeting yourself.
Mm-hmm.
No matter who you meet in this life, you're meeting yourself, or you're meeting another part of yourself. Like, see, so it's this thing where we don't realize how connected we are. Individuals, we don't understand how we're all a microcosm of the collective. But even with that being said, we're still a part of the collective. So therefore, it's like you have to find some type of strength, and that's why I love being a man, because I know that with all the agendas that are being pushed, I could come up with my own agenda and push it.
That's a fact.
And that's literally what I do on a daily basis. Like I said, I just came off a consultation call. You understand? I get on my lives and I take walks through the woods literally every morning, and I talk to my constituents, and I push the agenda that I want to see in this world. And am I saying that that's the path for every man? Nah. Maybe the path for another man is to go to South America, or go to Dominican Republic, or go to France, or whatever it is, and settle there and make his way. But the thing is this: I appreciate that you love where you're at, but I start to look at you funny when you tell me the only reason why you're at where you at is because something happened back there that you didn't like.
Right.
The only reason why you over here? Like, nah, bro. I'm more respected if you'd be like, well, I liked it over there and I like it over here, and I chose over here.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
So, okay, I have a little bit of pushback. So if you're saying, okay, for an example, right? You're saying, for an example, and anyone could chime in here. Mm-hmm. So one of the main consensus is from people who have traveled and lived overseas was like the financial aspect. So if you're saying that, okay, I don't like the financial, like I'm getting taxed for everything living in the States, and I end up living abroad, that's running away from taxes. So are we saying that we're going to come down on somebody because they're trying to get, they're trying to pay less for something? I'm just trying to get clarification on that.
Get a good tax man, learn how to write shit off. That's what you do. Like, get a good tax man, learn how to write shit off, learn how to manage your money better, make more money, figure out ways of different streams of income, invest your money smarter. Again, you could do whatever you want to do, but if you see that there's a problem, that means you need to improve on something, bro. And it starts with you. It starts with you or your team. Like I said, if you do TurboTax every year and you always owing, maybe you need to get somebody that knows what they're doing, that knows how to itemize, that knows how to write stuff off, that knows how to, like I saw a video with Grant Cardone, and he was like, his accountant called him up towards the end of the year and was like, yo, you could either pay this amount in taxes or you can buy a private jet because you didn't spend enough money this year. And Grant Cardone was like, hey, all right, buy the jet. I don't necessarily need it, but I'm gonna figure out ways to use it. You understand? There's always a solution, bro. There's always a solution. You don't need to run nowhere for tax purposes, because, like I heard somebody say it on the panel earlier, every country has its own economy. So you're going to have to make adjustments to that economy regardless. Now, yeah, maybe you found a cool loophole by coming from a rich country and then moving to a not so rich country and then still running your business over the internet in the rich country so you can have the upper hand in the quote unquote poor country. But the bottom line is, you have to adjust either way. You have to, like, there's some countries where you can't even start a business unless you pay in a certain amount of thousands of dollars or something like that. Am I mistaken?
No, correct.
That's correct, right? There's certain countries where they don't even want you to just start up. When you could get an LLC for like $150 here. Like, no, you get an LLC, you start a business, you gotta give like $40,000 to the government or give a certain amount of money to the government, because that's just how they do. Like, I know my mom lived in Ghana, and there was no monthly rent. Like, you had to pay all your rent for the whole year. for the place that she stayed at. You get what I'm saying? Of course, there was a little bit of a
wiggle room.
Yeah, there was some wiggle room because of the money from dollars to Ghanaian money, but at the same time, it's like there's different constructs that you still have to get used to. So it's like if you're not surviving or if you're not thriving, that's on you, brother. It's not the economy. That's on you.
And also, I think that's just a little different in a sense that because if we're talking about money and taxes and the way a society is set up, you may not necessarily have an influence over that. You understand what I'm saying? So in that situation, like what Miles is saying, you just got to figure out, hey, I got to do this, or I got to do that to make it benefit me and how I want it to benefit me. But when we talking about women, though, because I know a lot of this has to do with the women, right? If you're a guy who has influence, you see what I'm saying? No matter where you're at, whether it's here, there, wherever, you're going to have influence over women regardless. You see what I'm saying? So I think the issue is that, when we talk about it, when it comes to dealing with women, that's a whole different thing, because a man who has influence over women is going to be able to do what he needs to do regardless wherever he goes. Whereas when it comes to money and taxes and all those things, those are a lot of those are fixed within whatever the economy is with whatever country you're in. You see what I'm saying? So you just have to adhere to that. When you're one-on-one with an actual woman, right? You are the one who makes the rules of how things are going to go between you and any woman. You see what I'm saying?
Or at least you should.
Right.
Yeah, can I chime in for a second?
Yeah, let me read the super chat right before you chime in. That was Bruiser, right? Oh, was that Reese?
Yeah, it was Reese.
Oh, my bad. Sorry. Shout out to my man Gavin Turner for the super chat. Awesome setup. Great to see good brothers unite. Yes, absolutely, man. I love having these conversations, different perspectives, and we all keeping it respectful, and we all grown and mature men. All right, go ahead, Reese. What's up with you, man?
Yeah, pretty okay. Now we've all seen Austin, and I don't want to get on the young brother because as an elder, I'm 44, so I can't take jabs or anything like that. But
you don't crack.
Where are the day ones at? Where's his all-stars at? Because a lot of us are pretty much influenced by our peers. Where's his flock? Where's his Fab Five? Look at this panel right here. There is no way in hell that Austin would be able to say something like that if I was a day one, if Miles was a day one, Lacaria was a day one, Bruiser was a day one, if you were a day one, Kings. It's just not happening. So it sounds like all this whole agenda talk, there's a whole lot of like internet influence, getting on YouTube, listening to everybody else's echo chamber. And the thing is this, and we pretty much know that he ain't pretty much looking for no wife or anything. He trying to get some. I get it. But if you're not pretty much taking the accountability of what you need to improve down here, because last time I checked, I believe he was from Texas. And the first time that we were actually all together, I used to live in Houston myself. I didn't have no problem in Houston. I was like, in Houston, in Texas, it was just too easy. I don't know if it was a Cali Southern thing or whatever, but I didn't have no problems grabbing anybody down there. I didn't hear about no agendas or nothing like that. And if it's anything, I found a flock while I was down there. I found some cats that I could chop it up with who was gaming me up. So it looks like the lack of the barber shop, the lack of the stoop, the lack of kicking it on the corner with the OGs where they actually game you up, obviously is just gone. This is what happens when it's all gone. And here we are sitting on a panel 40-ish deep, because I'm 44. I'm not afraid to throw my age out there. I believe everybody else is pretty much in 40s and late 30s, right? But it's like, we're the new OGs. But when we go ahead and spit something like this, when everybody be like, you game dudes, when we want to spit something like this, we get ridiculed for it because we just said, no, it's not the women, it's you. No, because my stuff is on point. These chicks is no. It's you, because at the end of the day, you're still dealing with that chick with nobody else. You could have pretty much left and just went somewhere else to another bar, another spot, another environment, pretty much like a lot of us did, and just went ahead and just had success there. But in order to pretty much just pick up and leave, and damn, if I think he probably didn't he like dip hella times in a whole different country, more than one country, and it's like you still complaining, so you still not happy.
Well,
you sound like the chicks that you complain about.
Hold on. We can't do that.
Like no. It has to be said though. It has to be said. And like I said, I'm not really trying to take a jab. No, this is like, bruh. Look at yourself when you get done speaking on camera and you put it out there. take a look at it before you put it like, wait a minute, let me hold up. Am I speaking my truth or am I complaining? Like Bruiser just said, he spoke about his feelings. He was like, hey, we're talking when you put your, we talked about how you feel. He talked about how he felt instead of just coming to this panel like here and like, all right, fellas, what I need to work on. Lucario, the truth is inside me. How do I bring it out? Miles, go ahead and yell at me. Steve Dean, cuss me out. Dreams, what do I need? Bruh, the tough love is missing. And the thing is, when people want to get on us, like I'm glad that we're all here because we can give each other tough love. We can pretty much criticize, but give constructive criticism on how to be better. But apparently there's just these younger cats cannot accept that because they're like, who are you? Y'all, who are you? You guys are just a bunch of YouTuber podcasters, whatever, dating coaches, game coaches, image consultants. Like, what are you here to teach me? I don't have to listen to you. All I got to do is turn off my phone and I don't get to see you anymore. So really, what incentive is he going to get to listen to any of this? You know what I'm saying? But like I said, it's not a jab. But honestly, what is really going? How is anything we're going to say really going to bring individuals like himself down to earth to pretty much just be like, you know what? Let me make some adjustments. No, I'm done.
Isn't Austin Holleman that passport bro who went abroad and had some bad experience?
Yeah. Well, so hold on. So before we go on, I actually have Austin here. So
right on.
Yeah, I actually have Austin here. So Austin is right here. What's going on, Austin? How we doing, man?
I'm doing very well. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thanks for joining. So I just to kind of catch you up, I have played a clip of an interview that you and I did, and it was a short. I don't know if you got a chance to like watch before you came on. If you want, I can show it to you again so you can get context of what's going on here.
Yeah, sure. One more time, please.
All right. Hold on. I'm just going to share it
real quick. Shout out to Uncle Luke 1980s for the $20 super chat. He says, showing support for the live Kings and Dreams, bringing a dope collab together. I still don't agree with Lucario and Miles, but it's cool. Stop will be Thailand. Looking forward to meeting Zoom when I get there. That's what's up. Shout out to him.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. And again,
I'm sorry, Kings. Real quick, guys, come on. If you're in the chat, man, show some love. Put some value where the value is at, man. Show some love. Go to Kings and Dreams Cash App real quick, or make sure y'all hit the super chat, or at least hit the like button. Likes are free, so make sure y'all support Kings and Dream, man, because he's one of the only ones bringing these type of panels together. So if y'all want to see more of this, y'all gotta support it. So I appreciate that.
Yeah, absolutely. And getting these people together is not easy. Like when Khaled got the fire song, he got like 10 different people. That shit takes work. Mm-hmm. So yes, absolutely pass that plate around, man. This thing is not easy.
Hey, before you let Austin start, what up, Austin? I didn't know Austin was gonna be here, so I was gonna give a little pushback to the fellas, man. I hear what you guys are saying, but at the same time, this dude is figuring out life at 23 years old. Like I wouldn't have had the balls to get up and fly all over the world and figure life out live in front of everybody. So, at 23, like what were we doing at 23? What kind of mistakes were we making at 23? So right. that's the only thing I would say that too.
I was 18 and I went into the military and went to war.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You went to the military, but you were guided in the military. You were made a man. You were torn down and built back up. So I know my brother's a Marine. He didn't have that. He's just going on the fly. Now, am I saying everything he does is perfect? No, but he's 23 years old, 24 years old, so he's allowed to make.
Well, what's more of a challenge? What's more of a difficult decision? Going into a war, or just going overseas to go get some chicks?
Well, we don't know if that's what he went for, but it depends. Like a lot of people, like you say, well, I don't know if you said it. A lot of people go to quote unquote run away. Like a lot of my friends that are in the military, they had a choice to go to jail or go to the military, and they chose the military. So it really depends on what you're going for, what branch and what you're trying to do. Some people want to.
I went sort of like you said. I wanted to go figure out life. I didn't have the right upbringing around me, and I didn't want to be like the people who raised me. So I had an option to go join the military and try to do something for myself. Mm-hmm. So I went in. I mean, I didn't know what was going to happen. I knew we was at war, but I was willing to go in regardless of whether it was my life, gone at the end of the day, or whatever. I mean, and I think that's a harder decision to make at 18 and at 23. I probably would have had a little bit more knowledge in life to make a decision like that. But
what year was that you went to war though? Which war was this?
This was in the 2000s. This was when we was Desert Storm.
Mm-hmm.
Got you.
Thank you for your service too.
Yeah, thank you for your service, brother.
Absolutely.
Appreciate it, fellas.
Yeah, but we got to remember talking about the OGs. I'm probably the oldest person on here. I'm 57 years old.
I'm 61.
Okay, I'm the second oldest.
I wanted to say this about Austin too. I appreciate his content. I appreciate because he inspired me as an older statesman to start a YouTube channel, as well as Kings and Dreams and others that I know that I've followed. You never know where you get inspiration. You don't have to agree with everything, but when a person's the first one through the door, those are the ones that catch all the heat. And especially, my brother in arms from the military, thanks for your service. I was in Uncle Sam's Muscle Club as well. I went through Officer Candidate School with the Marine Corps. You don't want to be the first one through the door, right? But somebody's got to do it. And somebody's got to take the heat for it. And I appreciate, the fact that he did that. And I watch him, I follow him, and I applaud him and I support him. So
thank you.
And I want to say real quick, shout out to Zoom for that. Don't think I don't notice the hidden leopard print under the red. That shit is fire.
That's an OG move there.
That's my personal tailor, man. I got a personal tailor.
How you get the leopard print in the color and it's hidden though? Like it's incognito under the that's fire. I like that shit.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely.
Hey. All I need is these, and then I'm in there because I'm a sunglass dude too. You understand me? I could never. Hey, that's another thing. I could never pull this off at home. Out here, this is fire. At home, I'm like the dude with
no. For real though, if you being the age man that you are, you go out in Atlanta with that shit. You know the chick's gonna be on some girl. What he think he doing? Yeah. Girl, this nigga got some invisible leopard print. What the hell?
Some 3D shit.
It's some 3D shit. Is that sequin or leopard? I can't tell. No, but I think that's fire. Like straight up, I think that's fire. No joke.
All right. So really quick, Austin. So to catch you up, I'm gonna replay this. This is an interview you and I had a couple of months back, and so this is just 1 minute short.
Setting an example, showing people what they can do if they're not satisfied or they had similar complaints to what I had living in the United States.
Right.
One thing I would say to them is, I was telling somebody this yesterday, in the United States, there's a lot of things that they're pushing on you to make you feel like something's wrong with you or you're crazy.
Right.
I talk about the endless self-improvement journey. Like, you have an issue, people say, oh, just work on yourself. Just work on you. For, I guess, your entire life, you're supposed to get shit and just work on yourself and get nothing in return. And for me, I was able to flip that around by taking what I had already accomplished to another society and getting a completely different result. So if you feel like you're crazy in the United States, maybe it might not be you. Some people are crazy, but maybe it might not be you. And if you travel somewhere else, you may see exactly what I'm talking about.
All right, so that's the clip that we're all discussing here. So what are your thoughts? Do you still feel the same way? Just kind of expound, man.
Yeah, I feel the same way. I brought this topic up to somebody yesterday, but I'm trying to figure out how, when I came in, the guy with the jacket and the headphones, whatever he was going off about, it doesn't sound like it was related to that clip.
Are you talking about Bruiser?
No, I think he's talking about
Reese. Oh, Reese.
Yeah, I was speaking in general. Freddie, shut up. Sorry, my dog.
All right. So go ahead, Austin.
No, I'm just saying it seemed like he was a little off topic.
Oh, okay.
Okay, you want to explain yourself, Reese?
Yeah, no, I was talking in the beginning. I don't know, you know, what's happening, Austin. I don't know when you came in. I spoke on it in the beginning, and then I segued away into like self-improvement and some other shit in the beginning. I'm sorry, my dog is just barking his head off. I'm sorry.
Yo, Austin, hit the clip though. What you think about the clip though? Like, do you still feel the same way in the clip?
Yeah. That's why I haven't been back to the United States at all, and I won't be returning as far as I know.
Right.
Been to 19 countries now, and getting the same. I mean, everywhere is not the same. Some places, I've only had 2 countries where I've had, if we're going to talk about dating, where I had similar dating experiences. But overall, I think I'm still proving the point that I made from the beginning.
And when you say similar, real quick, when you say similar, you talking about similar to what you experienced in America?
Yeah, we want to talk about dating experiences. Yes, about 2 countries were similar to that, and that's Ghana. And actually, it was only one, so Ghana, yeah.
Ghana, okay. And when you say what similarities do they have to America in Ghana? You would you say?
Well, when I was in Accra, they just seemed like regular American chicks, just on the other side of the planet. I mean, they had an attitude. At least the ones I met had an attitude. Wasn't that really approachable, not really that friendly. So he can't say it's me, and I've been to 18 other places, and I didn't say that.
Right.
So it can't be self-improvement. I mean, how does the self-improvement work in the country before, but not the country after? But then after, it's just fine.
Right. Well, the thing is, self-improvement is about self. It's not about the country. You know what I'm saying? So I think people are looking at self-improvement as something they do to get a specific outcome. So thinking, if I self-improve, then I'm good. This is going to happen. I'm going to get this particular thing. And what happens is that self-improvement makes you understand yourself more, so that you're able to actually get what you want. You see what I'm saying? So a lot of times what happens is the reason why not only men, but people in general don't get what they want is because they haven't self-improved, or I should say they haven't tapped into who they really are to understand what they really want to get what they really want. So a lot of times the outcomes that you're trying to get, right? You're thinking that self-improvement, if I do A, B, and C, D, E, and F is going to happen. You see what I'm saying? And when that stuff doesn't happen, then you say, oh, this self-improvement stuff is BS. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't work. It's not working. And the reason why it's not working is because your mindset is thinking that I'm supposed to do this, and then this magical thing is going to happen based on me doing this particular thing. You see what I'm saying?
I will agree, because the more I've traveled, the more I self-improve. But I mean, I still 100% disagree. If I come back to the States, any self-improvement I've done will be unnecessary. Like it'll be pretty much invalid.
Is it okay to be a little bit more transparent about what you said that, you know, made you feel crazy, or particularly the things that you want to specifically self-improve? Because I think this conversation could flow a little bit more smoothly if we knew precisely what it is that you're trying to self-improve.
Well, before I left, I thought I had done a sufficient amount of self-improvement to where I felt like I should have been getting some sort of result. But I mean, to start, you got all this gay shit they pushing on everybody. That's the first one, if you ask me. Number 2, they got, I mean, it's just all these, I've said this so many times, I think I forgot now, but it's just so many high expectations. I don't know anymore. It's been almost 2 years since I've been on. I forgot what my problem was.
But would you say that the things that the very thing that you're trying to improve, there's a result you're trying to reach? What is the result you're trying to reach upon your improvement? Like, for example, for me, years ago, I wanted to improve some things about myself so that I can position myself to be a husband and a father for my family. So I had to self-improve on a number of things so that I can reach that outcome. So what would you say the things that you're trying to what would you say the end result or the goal you're trying to reach related to what you're trying to improve?
Oh, the main thing I wanted to improve when I was back home was my social experience. I had a horrible experience. I had a horrible experience over there. That's part of the reason why I'm not even, there's pretty much nothing you could tell me to go back. The social life is everything to me. I'd rather have my social life I have right now and be 350 pounds than be what my size is now and be back over there.
So this was a one-time experience, and this was the X factor that driven you away from the United States. Social experience.
Yeah, 19 countries and the social experience is completely different. There's nothing you could tell me to convince me otherwise that it was me.
So out of all the brothers in this panel, if you met all of us in the United States, say what?
Can I comment on this real quick?
Go ahead. My bad.
Yeah, so this is coming from an individual that has been all across Europe, and I'm going to South America. And the culture out in Europe, like what Austin's saying, he went out there for the social environment. It is much different than America. People in America, they're too stuck on their phones too much, too antisocial. You know, in places like Spain, for example, everyone's more social, more friendly. Latin America, more friendly. It's culture. You know, now granted, you know, like you guys say, it's all mindset, and I understand that it's all mindset. But at the end of the day, like there's so much things that I can't control. You know, the culture, I can't control the culture really. You know, a lot of people are, like I said, antisocial, stuck on their phones. You go out to the club, everyone's too busy, like taking pictures and videos of things. In Spain, like particularly, is much different. People are all about the moment. They want to talk to you. They want to speak to you. It's easier to talk to women out there compared to America. Yeah, so I kind of see both sides here. I think I'm kind of in the middle here because I see where y'all coming from, where it's a mindset thing. But at the same time, I see where Austin's coming from because I've been around the world. I've seen these things.
But how does it feel? How does it feel to know that most of your peers and all the rest of the men are able to thrive in this society, and you can't?
Well,
Doesn't it make you feel like you jipping yourself by going somewhere else?
Wait, who can't? You talking about Austin? You talking about? Because I'm out here too. What do you mean by that?
I'm talking about anybody who feel like they had a bad experience, and that was the reason why they had to vacate the country.
I got it.
But if that's the case, what's wrong with that? If that's what a man decides to do, I mean, who designed the measuring stick to decide, number one, how a person is supposed to self-improve, at what mark or what measurement is their self-improvement, and then how do you measure that? And if
I think it's an ego thing, and it's an ego thing on a level of competition. So, for example, if all of us were playing on the same team, and all of y'all made it, or all of y'all got more playing time because y'all did the work. You worked on your game. You got more minutes. You showed up to practice. And you worked out even when you didn't have practice. And I didn't do it.
Yeah.
So I didn't get the minutes. I'm not going to quit. If I did quit, I'm going to feel like, well, damn, I quit. So everybody else is able to do it. Like, what am I doing wrong? Maybe it's something I can do better.
Well, maybe he wants. Maybe I want different competition. Maybe I want better competition. Maybe I want more opportunity.
Can I comment on that too? I want to say something else.
Let me just make this last point. I think that it's important that people need to go where they feel appreciated.
Yes.
I'm gonna get you, Todd. But go ahead, Jamie.
Hold on. Before Jamie, before you go, Jamie, I just kind of wanted to piggyback off of what you said initially, and then what Todd said. So I think that I think that there is somewhere where there are some men who are running away from their problems and they're not self-improving, and when they do go abroad, they continue to run into these same problems. I would not put Austin in that boat because from what I've seen, from when Austin got on YouTube to now, I've seen improvement in Austin. I've seen improvement in other people. But so like the guys that you guys are talking about, I do see some of those guys around, some of those guys traveling, some of these guys getting caught up in, BS, whatever, getting swindled by a woman, whatever, right? But what I'm saying is that there is self-improvement in a person like Austin. I also do agree with some of you guys saying, okay, like, you can make it work stateside too. So I do see that fine line. I also agree with go where you are appreciated. That's what I had to say. And then Jamie has something, and I see Miles, you have something.
Yeah.
Masculinity don't like it. Masculinity chopping at the bit. He can't wait to get in.
I'll go after Miles. Go ahead. I'll go after Miles. Jamie, go ahead.
So, there's like since we're on the sports talk here, there have been players in the past who are good players, but they played for bad teams. They went over to a better team, won a Super Bowl. Matthew Stafford being one of them. You know what I mean? You just got to go wherever you're set up for success. I understand mindset this, mindset that. We keep talking about mindset. But sometimes you got to go where, one, you're appreciated, but also where you're set up for success. And it is what it is, man. I think the problem is we keep forcing our ideas on other people. Just let them be. You know what I mean? I see both sides of the argument here, and I'm on the neutral here because I'm both. You know what I mean?
Think you use. I think you use my. I think you use my analogy against me in the wrong way.
What was it?
I think you used my analogy with the team thing against me in the wrong way. You stated that the team was bad. I never talked about whether the team was bad or good. It was about being able to be productive on the team, regardless of it being bad. It was about playing time.
Yeah. I'll say this, and Austin, not to attack you or anything, but you are the youngest man on this panel. And one thing I noticed about when you entered the panel, the first thing you did was you had to get at Reese. You had to it was like nothing could move forward for you because you were invited on this panel to talk about a comment that you made on the short, but you couldn't get past what Reese was going off about.
Because he was going off about the comment.
Stop. Hold on. Let me massage it. Let me get it out. So here's what it is. Being a man and understanding, that lets me know that there's something with you that you it's like you need to be liked, bro. Like if you came on the panel and just it was like, hey, let's play the clip. Let's talk about what I talked about with you on the clip. And you focused because I'm a man and I stand on what I stand on. It doesn't matter what Reese had to say, really. You see what I'm saying? But when I see things like that, I see in you, look, you 24, so I'm not even mad at you. Like in that age range, what other people think is so fucking important. I mean, it's really not. And you'll learn that as you get older. You will. But here's what I'm saying. The reason why you're loving these countries and having such a good time, culturally, yeah, maybe they're a little bit more inclusive, a little bit more inviting, a little bit more submissive, and that works for you. But it's only because it makes your ego feel good, bro. But I'm not even a psychologist, so I probably don't even know what the hell I'm talking about. I reserve the right to be incorrect. And one other thing I'll say is the whole phrase of "go where you're appreciated." Again, as long as I appreciate myself, it doesn't matter where I am. You understand? When I know who I am and what I'm about, my appreciation is all that matters. Let me tell you something. I love myself enough for the entire world. I just want to say that, and that's it.
So I'll go after, because I know Austin wants to reply, so I'll go after Austin.
I've never heard people. I have women and men constantly tell me I don't care enough about a lot of stuff. So that's something I haven't heard in years, that I care about what other people think. I mean, otherwise I wouldn't have. I mean, I can't believe you said that. But I don't know, man. I can't even focus. I can't even, because I mean this conversation is. I don't care about the States. You know, I got a family there. I ain't been back to see them.
For what it's worth, I think Austin. I think I'm an image consultant. Nope. So don't homo pause. I think you're a decent looking brother, and I think you can get options that a lot of guys probably wouldn't be able to get. You can keep yourself in shape. You keep yourself well groomed. It seems like you do that pretty well. I just don't know. Like I haven't yet figured out what your end goal is when it comes to dating. And forgive me if I keep pushing it towards the dating topic, because I know you mentioned other things like the LGBT agenda or whatever. But as far as the dating thing, I don't know what your goal was for. I don't know if you were looking for a wife or you just were looking to have fun. And I think if you were looking for a wife, from looking on the outside in, I don't know you personally, but looking from the outside in, I think that you are capable of doing that in the United States, especially if you was around the right circle of men.
I mean, yeah, you can marry anybody, but I mean, I wasn't looking for. I mean, how do you know what you want if you can't get no experience?
Well, Well, and that's
So you said
That's true.
that's
so my thing is
there's
this:
an answer to that.
I've learned a lot about, because of my dating options I had in the States. When I started traveling, I had to realize that I didn't have to pick the same. So for the first year, I think I dealt with similar, not all the time, but majority of the time I was dealing with similar bullshit women that I was dealing with in the States, just abroad. And it didn't click in me until about 3 or 4 months ago that I can actually, that I traveled to get something better, and I wasn't doing that. I every so often, maybe every 2 months, I'll try to talk to a chick from the States, and then it just reminds me why I'm not there.
See, I want to say this real quick, because, you know, with the whole, like, back to the self-improvement thing, I think the issue is this, right? Is that most people aren't, because even though the term self-improvement is kind of weird, because you're not necessarily self-improving because you can't. You just have to recognize what you already are. So you're just recognizing yourself. What most people are doing is outside self-improvement, meaning that you're improving on things outside yourself. It's not really self-improvement. You're improving on things. I got a better car. I got a better house. I'm at a better place. I'm in a better situation. You know, I have a more money, whatever you want to call it. It's outside of yourself. So you're not really self-improving. So what happens is that you go into these different situations, but you're not really recognizing who you are, which is why you'll say things like, well, go where you're appreciated, but you're not really appreciated over there. What happens is that over where you're at, they just find something else to use you for. Do you see what I'm saying? This is what I'm saying.
We're not going to let you live that one down, bro.
They don't appreciate you. That's what I'm saying. It's not appreciation of you, it's appreciation of what you can do. You understand? It's like me saying, if I go to a strip club, they definitely gonna appreciate me in a strip club. Why? Because I'm giving them dollars. They don't really appreciate me, so I'm gonna say, well, I'm gonna go to where I'm appreciated. Fuck these streets. I'm gonna go in the strip club. No, they you see what I'm saying? They're not appreciating me. They appreciate what I can do for them.
Real quick, how is it really appreciation? Real quick. Answer this question for me. Real quick. I just have a quick question to add to Lacaria's point. How is it appreciation if the people in that society are already socially just more friendly?
Okay.
Right.
Can I respond now? Because here's the thing. First of all, we're like psychoanalyzing a 24-year-old figuring out life. That, number one, that don't make sense to me. Number two, if you guys want to use somebody as a case study, you should use me, because I still own my home in Los Angeles. I still have business there. I still have a house here. So I'm holding 2 different mortgages down. I can go back and forth whenever I want. I've had beautiful, I come from an acting background. So I have beautiful women all my life. Shamar Moore and Cuba Gooding were in my wedding. So it's not, and I'm not trying to do it as a flex. I'm saying women was never the issue for me. What I'm saying is when I moved, it was the sense of the peace of mind. So when you say appreciate it, yeah, like my girl does appreciate me. She comes in, makes me breakfast, makes me lunch. And if you did it in the States the same way, whether it's a strip club or whatever it is, you're going to pay, but you're not going to be appreciated. And you're getting set up in divorce to get half your shit taken away. Everything is, the odds are against men out there, and that's the problem. Like I love the US. I love living in LA. I grew up there. But it's a totally different ball game when you have the option to move abroad and travel abroad. And some of you guys have, and some of you haven't. So when we try to make this psychoanalysis of a 24-year-old, come at the 57-year-old, because I'm the one that can point to everything, and you guys can do what they call the doxing. You can look up my name, Richard McGregor, and you will see everything. It's like everything I'm saying, there's no cap to it. So I believe you guys are right to a point. Some people do leave to go and run away or whatever it is. But when I hear the word run, because I'm alpha, so I'm not a dude that would run. I know I'm not saying you guys apply that to me, but when I hear that word, it's like run. No, we have the option to leave and do what we want, just like a company takes their business out of the US and moves it to China or Mexico. They're not running, they're going with the best option that they have. So that's what I was saying. So thank you guys for letting me get that off.
Even if you're talking about the healthcare system. For example, I mean, I'm in Colombia. I'm in Colombia, and the healthcare system is ranked 30th in the world. The United States is 79th. So, I mean, people use medical tourism to better the quality of their life, and so there's nothing wrong with and I said going where you appreciate it, but you can go where your lifestyle can be better, whether it's in the social environment or even if it's a political environment. I mean, there was a guy that's here that renounced his citizenship in Russia. He's one of the mayors in one of the towns here in Colombia. So, you know, I think it's easy for us to psychoanalyze other people coming from our particular values in the United States because we think that we have the right to do that or we have the stones to do it. But unless you walk a mile in another man's shoes, or unless you, or as they say in the Indians say, walk a mile in his moccasins, who are you to judge?
Yes. Go ahead.
Hold on. So hold on, Lakari. I just got to say this, and then I got to read some super chats, and then I got you. But yeah, like absolutely. I think that what is, we all can agree that some people do run away from their problems, and I said this earlier. Some people run away from their problems, right? And then when they go to different countries, they end up causing the same problems that they had in the States. Whether we're talking about women, finances, or whatever. Like if you're bad with money in general, you're gonna be bad with money in Thailand, or bad with money in Colombia, Brazil, Spain, whatever. We named all of these countries. Like if you can't manage your shit right, doesn't matter where you are in the world, you're gonna fuck yourself up. Now, the one thing I could say when it says go where you appreciate it, as a man, if you appreciate your patience, you appreciate your peace, and you appreciate the resources, and you appreciate the resources being respected by whether it be other businesses, or if we're talking about women, then yeah, you want to go where you are appreciated. So there's other ways. There's so many ways to appreciate yourself as a man. So that's a loaded statement. And I understand like what you were saying, Miles, because like I understand, right? I understand exactly what you're saying. One of the reasons why I put this group together is because I understand both sides of the coin. So when I hear go where you appreciate it, I hear it from what you're saying, Miles, and then I hear it from what Todd is saying. So I completely get that. Now let me get to these super chats because I know Lucario has something he wanted to say really quick. So Social Owner says, I need to be on this panel. The dating coaches want you to truly improve on dating just about as much as hospitals want you to get better. Don't come for me. All right, shout out to the Social Loner.
Comedy. I love it.
We got to stop this crab in the barrel mentality as black men. Every brother deserves to go where he's at peace, especially if he put in the work. Agreed. Castlevania Kid, Passport Bros already won. Why are we having this convo? Who gives a F what these dudes got to say? Get your passport, fellas. Listen, I care what a lot of people got to say because we can all learn from each other, whether we agree or disagree. But I always come out from every conversation at least learning something. Marriage, politics, and sports. Austin, why is it another man's business what your end goal is? That is gaslighting. I don't think so, man. Nah. Hey, dating coaches, y'all just admit y'all bag is come on, bro. We gotta keep respectful on here, man.
He said dating couches. I don't know what that is. So what's the dating couch?
Dating couch.
The ultimate BS, Mr. BS Lucario. So you degrade foreign culture. What's going on here? You should be ashamed. Blah blah blah.
I don't think he's degrading foreign culture. I think he has his opinion about it. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. No one. See, yeah, no one is degrading anybody. Some of you guys like in these chats get a little bit too sensitive, man.
You know what it is? That's that agenda they trying to push, that rainbow soft agenda. It's seeping through for a lot of these cats because they don't have their own identity. Masculine identity membership.com.
And Kings, I do want to say something real quick, King. Yeah, it is a bit sensitive because the chat is bad. I never seen a bunch of grown men. Dude, we got Gargamel's pet, Osriel.
I got you.
He been talking the most. He been talking
But you know what though? But listen, but let me tell you something.
It's cool
but listen, if you give them energy, then they just gonna keep going and going.
Okay,
bro.
It's all good. I'm gonna give 5 seconds of more energy. It's pathetic. It is. This is dang near embarrassing. Even when you're looking at your own super chats, like, and you're going yada yada yada, and this is your platform. What the kids say? Stop the cap. Yeah, Kings. Even you know on your own platform, like this is just some foolishness, but it's all good. Thank you guys for supporting the flat platform. Make sure you guys hit the like button. Let's go ahead and keep it going. Let's go ahead and keep this unified.
In response to Mr. Zoom or whatever, I don't think I get what he was trying to say, but I don't think I personally wasn't psychoanalyzing the dude. I think that term was misassociated. I think when you psychoanalyze is whenever you're trying to uncover somebody's unconscious dreams or thoughts. And I think the stuff that Holleman was talking about was very open. In fact, he put it in the video. So these things were very public.
See, the reason why I said that, I'm sorry to cut you off. The reason why I said that is because you were talking about him getting married and looking for a wife, and at 24, I hope.
No, I didn't say whether he was getting married. I told him that I gave him an example of what I had to do as far as my self-improvement for the end goal I wanted, and I used that example to try to give him an understanding of where my question was coming from. And when he responded, if you ask the right questions, you can get somewhere. And what we got was, he didn't want to look for a wife because he didn't know what to look for, which is why I stated the circle of men you hang around. So like whenever I was getting ready to choose my wife, I hung around men who had wives, and I would ask them like, okay, how did you vet? Like what are the things you look for? And then some of these guys introduced me to their fathers and how they chose their wives. And say, my father helped me. He showed me how a woman is supposed to treat you and all these things. And that's why I say, like, if that's what you want, then there's a way to go about it so you get that end result. But if that's not what you're looking for, and he stated that's not what he's looking for, well.
See, I think that we got to differentiate though between women, like attracting women, and all the other stuff. Because I agree with you guys. Like, let's say if we're in America and something costs like medical bills and healthcare costs this, it might cost less somewhere else, or you might pay less somewhere else. That's nothing we can control in that situation, right? If you're trying to, let's say, buy a house here, you might have a better chance buying a house in Brazil somewhere, whatever. The cost might be different. But when we talk about actually dealing with women, right? The same thing that I can do, or any guy who knows how to attract women here, you can also do that too here. So there's nothing special about me or any other dude who has game. You understand what I'm saying? We just know what we're doing. So what we're saying is that there's no thing where, man, all of us can't do it. See, if all of us can do it, then I would understand and I would agree. But if these guys can do it and these guys can't, then it's not actually the women. You see what I'm saying? Just like all of us would have to pay a certain cost to buy a house here for whatever it costs. Like, they're not going to sell it to Miles different. They're going to sell it to you or whoever else. So what I'm saying is that when it comes to the interaction you have with any particular woman, the society is not the thing that's causing you to have issues with the woman. It's you and that woman. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's you. Because if I approach a woman and she rejects me and she's not trying to talk to me, but Austin approaches her and she want to talk to him, right? Can I now say that, damn, these women over here is all, no, she just wasn't feeling me, she was feeling him. You see what I'm saying? It's that simple.
Yeah, in that society, she might like that type of guy. Like, there's certain societies that I've been to around the world where I did better than other societies because I was more of that they appreciated who I was in certain societies more than others. Like, I don't think that's hard to understand.
Right, but also, have you ever been in a party or a club and you didn't find no chicks feeling you in there, and you walked down the street to another club and there was chicks feeling you?
Yeah, that's basically what I'm saying.
Right, so what I'm saying is, if that's the case, then why would I have to go all the way to another country when I could just go down the street?
Because the country is different.
But that's what I'm saying. It's not different. What I'm saying is you're still the guy, though. That's the part I feel like is missing. Meaning the concept is the same. If I'm standing here and I'm not getting what I want, let me go over there to get what I want, which is what you're essentially doing. What I'm saying is you can do that anywhere.
Are you saying that regardless of the country, all women are the same, regardless of
Yes.
the social. Regardless of so what you're saying is that socialization does not play a point in the different cultures.
No, I'm saying the different.
He's talking about their nature, bro.
Let me ask you this, Lucario.
What I'm saying is this: all behavior is learned. And so when a group of people in one particular society versus another, their social norm, then they're taught different behaviors based upon that particular society.
So let me ask you a question.
But at the end of the day, nature rules all. A woman's vagina is gonna get wet in Asia, United States, America, don't matter. It doesn't matter. Nature,
but people have preferences based upon their socialization.
Right, but their preferences are overridden when that man is in front of the woman. So the man,
it depends on the culture.
No, it depends on the man.
Depends on how flattering the man is to her. As far as attraction, it rules over any culture or any tradition or ideology.
Lucario,
attract your cultural views.
You don't think so?
I can be a Muslim and be attracted to a Christian. It don't matter.
So have you ever heard like the trope of the young girl 17, 18 years old who jumps out the window to go see her boyfriend because she got grounded and she ain't supposed to leave the house? Why is she doing that? Because her attraction to that man is so strong.
Is this a story in the U.S.? Is this a story in the U.S., Asia?
Anywhere. I'm talking about there was a woman who swam over the seas to be with a man she wanted to be with. This is a real story. She could have died. So what I'm saying is, and shout out to Mr. Limba channel. He said this on his channel. He said women are gonna follow one of two things: society or their man. So what happens is that if the woman you're dealing with is following society over you, that means that society has more influence over the woman than you have over the woman.
So how do you explain? How do you explain different societies that will not go outside of their particular religion? They won't go outside. It becomes very cultural in that sense.
That's called
there's some cultures.
But they do go outside of it. That's what I'm saying.
Austin had a question for Lucario. Austin, go ahead.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah. So you said that women everywhere are the same.
Yes.
And honestly, bro, I've been too many places. It's not good to be stubborn, but I mean, there's not really shit you could tell me at this point. Would you say Americanization? You can't tell me nothing at this point. It's like eating burgers at 19 different places.
I'm just saying that anywhere I've gone,
it's like eating burgers at 19 different places. And you trying to tell me they all taste the same? No way in fucking hell.
No, what I'm saying is that everywhere that I go to get a burger, I can get a burger.
Bullshit. Anyway, look.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Most people do not make the same burger.
No, I'm not talking about the burger.
I just want to say this. I just want to say that the overall issue from my perspective is that if I'm talking about the different countries and these different cultures, and the more power I give to the different societies and different cultures and different countries is power that I'm taking away from myself. You understand? Because you're literally saying I have to do this, or I have to go here to get, because and Lucario, I'm feeling what you're saying, because all these other external things is different than when it comes to attraction. Human to human attraction, male to female attraction is something that you can't necessarily control. You understand? And to say that I have to go to another country because I'm more appreciated, it's like, then what does that say about the appreciation that I have for myself? What does that say about like how I feel about myself standing where I'm at, regardless of where I'm at in the whole entire world? It's like I'm saying, man, I need to be over I need to be in Chile to really feel good about my ability to attract women. That's literally what you're saying. And it's like, so what does that really say about the internal like value that you have to attract anything you want in this life?
Like, what do you tell your son whenever you have to tell them, explain that? How do you explain that to your kids?
Wait a minute.
Let King go.
Hold on, one at a time. Okay, so Bruiser has something, and then Zoom had something, and then I think Todd had something. So go ahead, Bruiser.
I mean, I was just gonna say, you got to think like when you have young men, when you're raising young men, your young sons, how do you explain to them like the situation? Like, okay, like I came over here, I used to be in the U.S., but I wasn't appreciated over there, and wherever you're not appreciated, you should leave and go somewhere else, or you can stand your ground and figure out how to navigate it, figure out how to overcome.
Okay, I can respond. Can I respond to that? Can I respond to that? Because that's an easy one. It's just like when people get money, they move out the hood. They don't stand their ground and stay in the hood because they got money and they want to prove they badasses. They move to where they get their peace. They move.
Well, I think that's ill parallel to compare a nation to poverty, a hood. I think that's different. This is a negative situation, completely negative at all costs, being in the hood versus just being in America.
Well, it depends on what part of America you in. Because you still got to deal with racism. You still got to deal with police brutality. You still got to deal with social class. You still got to deal with divorce and men getting unfair. You still got to deal with child support. Fortunately for you, Bruiser, you're married and you're cool. But by God forbid, if something went bad, you'd have a totally different experience because the system is not set up for us to win. So
I got my affairs in order to be able to deal with those things. And I think any man who's proactive, he sets himself up to where if any of those instances happen, he can be able to take care of himself.
I mean, that's a beautiful thing, but I just don't think most people are thinking on that level. Because you got Jeff Bezos
thinking on that level. I had a circle of men, and I had my father to be there to be able to make sure that I was squared away. And a lot of these men don't have it. I mean, a lot of people think that men are supposed to go out here and think for themselves in this way, but I promote being able to surround yourself like brothers like yourselves on this panel to be able to share ideas and ways to navigate obstacles together. You know, so, if you surround yourself around a particular a group of men, and you'll find that these things are much easier to overcome.
And Zoom, I think it's interesting though that you said.
Lakari, hold on, sorry. It was on Todd. My bad.
Okay, I'll go after.
No, I yield the floor. Go ahead.
Oh, okay.
I was just going to say that I think it's interesting that Zoom brought up the example of living in the hood or poor neighborhood and then getting your money and bouncing, right? Mm-hmm. And so that right there is basically what I'm talking about. Where if we use that example, what you're essentially saying, if we take it to women, is that a guy, his women experience is he's in the hood, he's in a bad situation with women. Do you see what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is that if you're a guy who's in a great situation with women, you're not living in the hood, you're living in a fucking mansion. So what I'm saying is, why not become the guy living in the mansion instead of being the guy and stuck in the hood? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's a great point, but I can answer that too. The thing of it is, though, you got to remember, Lucario, I'm not sure your situation, brother, but most women under the age of 30 don't even know how to cook. Most women under the age of 40 are usually divorced and bitter and all of that stuff. Not all, but a lot of them. So what you guys are saying, you guys are asking for us to look for unicorns when we can come to places outside of the U.S. and find exactly what we're looking for. And then
looking for a needle and look at needles, man.
But the problem is that y'all keep saying it as if, okay. So do y'all think women treat all men the same?
No.
Exactly. So if she ain't cooking for you, she might cook for me, or vice versa. So it's not.
She doesn't know how to cook.
No. She don't know how to. She's pretending she don't know how to cook for you.
Oh, she's pretending she don't know how to cook. Okay,
that's what women do. You think women don't do that shit?
There you go. I'm waiting for I don't know how to cook.
Let me show you the value that's inside of me. I don't care whether she know how to cook or not. I'ma still have to teach her how I like my steak. I'ma still have to teach her how to make my oxtails the way I like them. I'ma still have to show her what to do. It don't matter. The value's in me.
But is she gonna want? Wait, masculinity. Is she gonna want to learn how to make your steak the way you want it? Because you got to show me.
If you don't want to, she's out of here, bro.
You know what? Masculinity just revealed it. He just answered. He just solved the damn puzzle. We're running away from the traditional way that men used to mold their wives into how they wanted them to be. Yeah. We want just like women want us to be an already finished product and they wait for us at the finish line. being successful and all that stuff. We want our wives to be a finished product. And if they not a finished product, we'll go get on the flight.
Yo, Big Bruiser, let me chime in and I'll swing it back to King side because I know Kings want to move it on. Zoom,
Yes,
Zoom. Sir. The reason why I got to vouch for everything that was said, because I used to be the guy that the girls would tell that they were lying to a guy that they didn't want to cook for them because they didn't like him. The thing is, these girls are literally telling us how they feel about the other dude while laying next to us. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, bro, if you said you out here from the West, don't sit there and tell me you ain't had a girl tell you the truth about a dude they wasn't feeling because they was feeling you. When they feeling you, they reveal everything they can't stand about the other guy. So don't sit there and tell me.
Absolutely correct.
Wait, Reese just made my point for me. Wait, Reese, thank you, Reese. Thank you. Reese just made my point for me. The women out here don't play them games.
Yeah,
they don't have to pretend like I ain't
got in that game.
They just cook. You know what I mean? They don't pretend. They don't play them games. They just do it. Now, Reese, where are you from, Reese?
I'm from the Bay. I'm from Oakland.
Okay, you from the Bay. Like anybody from the Bay knows, LA and the Bay, they got like it's a rivalry type of thing. LA loves the Bay, but the Bay don't got the same love. Like we love the Warriors. Bay don't really love the Lakers, right? Reese, am I keeping it a buck?
I love y'all. Y'all women are the best.
Y'all women are the best. Festival at the Lake was the shit. I don't know if Reese old enough to know about Festival at the Lake, but
yes, I do. I can't say it. Sorry, Kings. I was about to say it. My man. He said, "Don't tell me." I know about the play.
I mean, you could do it like once in a while, but when you first started, you know what I mean? Like you was like freestyle, and I was like, "Yo, bro, hold it down."
My bad. All respect to the platform, but I'm just making the point. I'm just making the point. Zoom, like you notice. When women like you, they tell you they spill tea all over you. They let you. Matter of fact, I think Lucario, I remember a story where Lucario was talking about how I believe he was kicking it with some girl, and this dude wasn't calling this girl no more, and she kind of missed it. And you was like, but wait a minute, you don't even like the guy. But she still felt some type of way about dude just not giving her no more energy, giving no more energy to her no more.
Right.
Yeah,
Reese,
so it's
Reese is 100% correct, and he's making my point. These are the games I'm talking about.
Yeah, but the point goes both ways. So yeah, it's a game to the dude that she ain't feeling, but she's being upfront and honest with us. Was like, okay, but yeah, it does. I mean, you're right. It does sucks that it's a game, but then again, this is like in the beginning, this is a red flag, and you can usually tell when a girl don't like you from the very beginning, especially if she make you jump through hoops, and that's when you kind of got to just charge it. It's not a game. If you charge it, it's only a game if if it continues to keep on going and you perpetuate the attention to the chick that you don't even deserve.
That's facts, Reese, but you left out something else. Reese, I'm from the hood. I'm from LA. I've been to the Bay, got family up there. Reese, keep it a buck. The women in the Bay are harder than some of the dudes in the Bay. Keep it a buck, Reese.
You said the women are what?
What?
Some of the women in the Bay are harder than the dudes in the Bay. Women in the Bay are harder. If you're a punk, they will run you over.
No way.
Yeah, well, yeah. If you end up talking to a girl that's just a little bit more masculine than you, then yeah, I agree. But since I go to places where the women are a little bit more feminine and they're looking for like a certain type of dude, I don't like kicking it with the girls that are. I know what you mean, like the tomboys and shit. The Kamayas. You know what? I know what you're talking about. But
Zoom, yeah, just say if you're a punk, you just said it. If you're a punk,
oh yeah.
Right, but masculine, you're right. I agree with you missing me. I agree with you. My point is, most men are not. I'm just gonna say a lot of black men. I'd say probably like 60, 70, 80% are raised by women, and women teach men to be punks, and then the women don't respect punks. So what you're dealing with
and then the punks got to run to where they're appreciated, right? Because nobody appreciates them here because a woman raised them, right?
No.
God damn it, Miles.
No. Because and that's the essence. You would be saying that I'm a punk. I hope that's not what you're saying.
No. You went to Thailand by accident, so you're not in that.
But I was always traveling though. To be honest, I came out here to get some more Airbnb. I saw it was popping out here. I'm thinking like a businessman. I had a successful Airbnb in LA, and I wanted to expand. But you're right. But the point I'm making is the games aren't played the same out here. And once again, Maskin, you could come out here and kick it with me, and it'll change your whole mind state. You ain't been here.
No, but the games is Zoom. The games are being played out there too.
It would not
They
change.
are. Facts. The games are played everywhere. That's a fact.
They play with drugs and robbery and shit in these other countries. From what I'm hearing,
Well, that
they
is a fact.
they be stealing passports and IDs. Matter of fact, O'Shea Dude Jackson has a new video on somebody getting jacked in another country every week.
Probably Colombia.
Oh yeah, it is.
You sure that's not Detroit?
Yeah,
So,
right, that could be
yo,
hey, beat Detroit. They in the playoffs. Y'all leave them alone right now.
So I actually got a video on that. You know, and I actually wanted to talk about that. So that was actually going to be one of my videos that we were going to speak about.
Okay. Yeah, I want to say this real quick too. You see, I can see what you did. Zoom, you went out. You had a purpose, right? You were thinking like a businessman. You wanted to get Airbnbs. Here's the thing. There are people. In my perspective, a man makes a decision with a purpose. Okay, he understands who he is. He understands what he wants. Therefore, he understands how to get it. That's literally my philosophy at the Masculine Identity Membership. Understanding who you are gives you the how, and the how brings you to your destination. Okay, the purpose. Right now, what I can't really get with, and what I think is shaky, and I feel for those brothers, is the brothers who are choosing A, not because they have a purpose to choose A, but because they're deathly afraid of B. I'm saying. All you're like, yo, them girls in the bed, they play games, and if you a punk, you gonna get eaten alive, brother. Listen to me.
Did I sound like that masculinity? Did I say?
The point is to learn how to not be a punk.
Exactly. Right. That's
wait. If it was that easy, everybody would be living in peace and harmony. We know it's easier said than done. But I gotta, and in fairness, you masculine identity, I want to follow you, get with your thing. What's your channel, bro? Because I gotta go do a consultation just like you did.
My channel is miles in the game, like the distance, miles in the game, one word. Miles in the game, one word.
Yeah, I'll exchange everyone. I'll exchange everyone's contact information. So don't worry about it.
Okay, I'm just doing it now because I appreciate a good debate. You know what I mean? And he makes a good point. They all make good points. Lucario, everybody makes good points.
I fucks with you, man, because Miles is in line. You looking like a player in that fucking in that shirt. So I ain't gonna lie.
Dude. Hey, y'all going in on my shirt? Hey, it's all good. Let me see.
You gotta know, so you be in the threads. That shit is fly as hell. I ain't gonna lie.
All right.
Zoom, Tyler, can you pull this off? You know what I mean? But shout out to my man Lucky Taylor, who does my stuff. He does all my stuff out there. But I'm gonna get with you, Miles, in the game. I'm gonna get all you guys, Lucario, all you guys. When you guys want to come on my channel, man, we support each other. Whatever I could do to help you guys get your numbers going, or whatever you need me to do, I'm there to support each other, man. We do it respectful, man. We can have a real spirited, fun debate, man. So salute to all of y'all, man. We appreciate y'all. I got to go get this dope. So I will get y'all later, man. Shout out to all of y'all, man. Appreciate y'all.
All right, appreciate you, bro. Take it easy. Be safe.
Okay, brother.
Salute, bro. Salute. Thank you. Okay, there we go. All right, so now finally, let me go to my next video, and I'm gonna go to my next video, and then I want to get you guys' thoughts. First thing, let's see, because we were just talking about the scopolamine. Now, guys are getting got everywhere. It's not just overseas; it's in the States too, man. But guys are getting got. All right. So here's this video. All right.
I met some chicks from Medellin off of Tinder. So I brought them to my crib, and then I was trying to surprise my boy, and then eventually they drugged us. And guys, they took everything. They took my iPad. They took my MacBook. They took my iPhone 13 Pro. They took my Samsung S20. They took my drone. They took pretty much took my credit cards. I got pictures of them. Like, Cartagena is dangerous, guys. I've been here for 2 years, almost 2 years, and I've never been in no situation like this. But I want you guys to know, man, like I post this so y'all can understand this doesn't happen to you. I mean, it could get very dangerous here, guys. Don't trust people here.
Passes out and they robbed him for all his shit. They drugged him. That happens all the time. That's like a business. That's a straight up like industry now, is drugging and robbing tourists in Medellin. They use that thing. Vice News did a piece on it years ago. Scopolamine, it's called, and that's the devil's breath. And that's like they take it out of a piece of flower that grows indigenous down there. It's you take like just a little, like some seeds out of the middle of this flower, and you can just like blow it on somebody or make it into powder and put it into somebody's drink, and it will make the person completely black out. Really? But they'll have all of their motor skills. They'll have all full physical mobility. So people will get drugged with scopolamine, and they will be walking around. And I could say, hey, take me up to your apartment and give me your TV and all your money and all your furniture, and you'll just do it. Really? Yeah. And then you'll wake up the next day. You won't have anything in your apartment. You're like, what the fuck happened? What is going on?
Okay. All right. So Austin, let me get you in here, man. What are some things that guys can do to not get caught like that guy and his friend in that type of position?
This segment is not going to go well.
Street sense. Learn some street sense. The same dudes getting drugged abroad are the same ones that get drugged in the States. This almost happened to us in, not to me, that shit ain't going to happen to me. That almost happened to us in Medellin with a guy where these chicks came into the house. Luckily, when I'm drinking, I'm still aware of everything that's going on. But the guy is so drunk. These chicks are using drugs, and they brought another guy in with them. I can see what's about to happen. And I think it was going to be more of an armed robbery rather than devil's breath or the scopolamine or whatever. But the guy that was with us is saying, no, let him stay here. Don't tell him to leave. Had I not been there, my other friend, he would be on the news. I don't know where the hell he'd be at, actually. But I mean, honestly, the stuff that's happening, it's pretty much, when you read the stories of how people get scoped, it can happen anywhere. It's just in Medellin, there's a lot of tourists, and they're taking advantage of that.
Right, exactly. Yeah, I think that's important, like for people to have a sense of street smarts. Like if you guys are hanging out with some ladies, why, and she ends up bringing like some random dude there, like why is the random dude there? There's something off. And
I'll say this quick, just like how I would say that it's because of my value, why it's my perspective that I can attract women anywhere. If I'm being foolish and not paying attention, I could get robbed anywhere. Shout out to Cardi B. You know what I'm saying? Like these type of stories happen in Miami all the time too. You know what I mean? These type of things happen all over the world. So again, it's not where you're at, it's who you are. It's dumb, you're gonna get robbed, nigga. Like we had a guy call in to our show, and we tell guys, lead the interaction. If the woman ain't, if you're not leading the interaction, it's a mistake. This dude matched with a chick on Tinder. She gave him an address. Dude showed up, got hit over the head, and got his wallet took. You see what I'm saying? Like, if you're being dumb anywhere in this world, dumb things are gonna happen to you. So I mean, again, it doesn't matter where you are.
Yeah, and I would say this real quick too, is that I know that we on YouTube and we can make jokes and all that other stuff, but when I hear stuff like this, whether you a passport bro or you in America or something like that, I just want dudes to be safe and be careful, because we on YouTube having fun, but this is y'all real life. So I don't want to ever have to hear, what I'm saying, like one of y'all are in a situation and something bad happened. You feel what I'm saying? Because this is like real life after we shut off YouTube and do all other stuff. So just be careful in these situations. And the thing is that this is why, we teach game, because we teach guys, for example, I even tell dudes, hey, when you first meet a woman, don't go over to where she's at. Tell her to come to where you're at, because you don't know what's going on where she's at. You see what I'm saying? Like, she can have somebody ready to set you up. So just be mindful of these things when you're dealing with women that you don't know and you're first trying to make something happen. Like, have your fun and do what you got to do, but be careful, because, it's your life. You can't get that shit back if something crazy happens. That's all I'll say about that.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely. And really quick, I want to respond to what you said, Lakar, because you made a lot of great points. Bruiser does have to go, man. So I just wanted to thank you for coming on first time, being on my channel. Definitely appreciate it. Won't be the last time. I know we talked about doing some collabs, at some point. So we'll definitely get there, bro. But what are your final thoughts?
Man, all I can say is if you move with a purpose, you know where you want to go, you know what you want out of whatever you're doing, then I think that you'll get the results, And it's all about, like I said before 100 times, just surrounding yourself around a circle of men that you aspire to be like. It's okay, you know what I'm saying? I know everybody want to have their own way and they want to be different or whatever, but it's all right to surround yourself around a good group of brother that you look up to.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I did, and I'll still continue to do that. I even cut off people that wasn't aligned with the same direction I was going, and financially, and I have a better life. So it seemed like this panel right here got some decent brothers, man, and I look forward to having more conversations with y'all. I appreciate y'all inviting me out.
Yep. Peace, brother. Respect.
Take it easy, man.
Appreciate you.
Definitely appreciate you, bro. One of the things that you had mentioned, Lucario, where like the chick should go to where you're at, or kind of meet like in a mutual place. So
right.
I actually did a live stream yesterday, and it was a guy, a German guy, and he was in Medellin, and he went to this woman's place, and they were cooking some food, her and her friend or what have you, cooking some food. And I guess like they gave him some sort of drink. Needless to say, knocked him out, and his money was taken. I believe that a lot of guys need to realize, like, you need to go or be put in a position to where you're on offense, not playing defense.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, at the end of the day, man, is that you gotta dictate the entire situation. Because if you dictate the entire situation and do exactly what you want to do, then these type of things are less likely to happen. You understand what I'm saying? So a lot of times what happens is that see a guy's thirst for women will make him do things he wouldn't normally do, or will make him follow her. So a lot of these, if you hear a lot of these situations, it was the guy following the woman and doing what she wanted to do and taking cues from her, which got him caught up in these situations. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, there's a vetting process to social interactions as well.
Right.
Not just a vetting process to take her from a jump off to a girlfriend or a wife. There's a vetting process to understand where you at, who you talking to, who you accepting drinks from, who you inviting back to your crib, and situations need to be thought about. Like guys, I like your slogan, Kings and Dreams. Purposefully purposeful or something you got on there. I can't say right now because
stay purposely purposeful.
Yeah, exactly. And you might want to switch it off of Lucario because I'm talking to him.
You still got the camera on me and shit.
Oh shoot, my bad.
Come on, man, you gotta get with
it. Man, Miles, you hella narcissistic.
He said,
really believe in running a good show. Like when I'm on other dudes' platforms and I see they're not really like on
that nigga Miles said, "Hey, camera two."
He set up the booty call. That's what it is.
I got the sound effects going and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? We gotta have a good show, man. We gotta have a good show. But there's a vetting process to social interaction as well, man. Because again, like Lucario just said, you gotta dictate the situation because because again, the value that is inside of me. I know that I have good intentions for everyone around me. So, and I keep my agenda for even social interactions laser focused. And so when I see somebody acting funny or acting shady, I have no problem telling them to get out. Again, I told you guys, I love myself enough for the whole wide world. All 7-8 billion of y'all. I love myself enough. Not one of y'all have to love me. Not one of y'all, I swear to you. And the reason why I say that is because I'm so laser focused on preserving the things that I'm grateful for as far as my life that I can see if a bitch is acting funny. I could see if a dude is acting shady. I could see if we're not on the same page. And I don't mind telling you to leave, and I'll spend the rest of the evening alone if I have to, with a dry dick and all. Because I love my life that much. There's nothing in this world that I desire that is more important than me. A lot of times men make the object of their desire more important than them, and that's a problem.
And that's why they get caught up.
That I agree with. Austin, what say you about that, man?
What? I didn't. I mean, I heard what he said, but I didn't hear what you said.
He said that too many men make women the object, like basically they're too hyper focused on women. That's how they get caught up.
No, yeah, I heard that, but what did you say?
I said what do you think about what he said?
Yeah, I would agree. I mean, now that I've met so many men, so many passport bros traveling abroad, and I agree with a lot of stuff that they say. I've talked about this on my channel in my book about how dudes come abroad and they think that just because I said I had a better experience, I'm telling you guys, this is more so of a cheat code. This is not, I wasn't nothing back home and I can just, everything is great here. I never said that, because I've done several videos about scammers. I've in Africa, in South America. I've seen it all by now. So you just have to realize this is a cheat code when you go abroad. This is a cheat code. It's not heaven.
Right. Hey, I want to say something real quick too. I want to shout you out, Austin. I want to shout you out for being so young, for, like someone said earlier, you know, having the guts to travel and do your thing, and taking the time to put out videos about travel game, essentially. You understand? Because here's the thing: a lot of us love to separate. Oh, these game dudes, these dating companies, they over here, and the passport bros is over here. Let me tell you something: game is information. And if Austin, you out here traveling, doing your thing, and you're learning the rhythm of these societies. You're learning how these women get down. You're learning the hot spots to go to. You telling guys about, you know, where they should go to change their money and different places for them to stay and the best Airbnbs and the safe spaces to be in so they don't get caught up in certain things. That's what's important. Do you understand? That's what's really important. Because like Lucario said, it's about at the end of the day. Like, you know, we could play around and, you know, talk about tricking and all this other nonsense. But at the end of the day, we want cats to make the best decision for themselves and live a good life and be safe, bro. Like, that's really it, bro. Because I mean, if we all get messed up with scopolamine, where we at? Like, come on, bro. Like, so again, shout out to you for doing what you do. You know, like I think Todd said it, being the first through the door. You know, you had a couple of scraped knees and bruises and shit, and you had to move from here and there and do what you had to do. But the bottom line is this: you're giving back, bro. You're bringing a certain level of value to the game because you're actually experiencing these things and you're doing videos to make guys aware of what it is, and I respect that.
I appreciate it. Like I said, it's a cheat code. It's nothing perfect about being abroad. It's nothing perfect about being abroad, but it is a cheat code because it's cheaper. You can go and stay in the safest parts of town, and you can experience more than you would in the States, I would say, because of the financial aspect.
Right. Yeah, I mean, absolutely. I think that there's some guys who take it as like, oh man, you know what? I lost in the States, so I'm just gonna automatically become a winner. It's like you think that you're just gonna be an automatic millionaire, and that's not how it goes. Now you have better opportunities. So let's say, you know, you meet 10 women and maybe like 2 of them, you know, show genuine interest. You go abroad, you got 6, 7 of them actually show you genuine interest. Where as opposed to you think like, okay, 0 shows 0 interest in the States, you go there and then all 10 are going to show you interest. Like, nah, fam, that's not how that works, you know? So I think what Austin is saying is right on the money. Jamie, I haven't heard from you in a while, man. So
I actually really wanted to speak because there's a couple things I want to say.
First, go ahead, bro.
Game is game anywhere you go. You know what I mean? You need game everywhere you go in this world, especially overseas, because you can get got, as we've seen by those videos. But I think one thing I want to highlight is there's a lot of brothers that don't do their research when they go to these places. They don't do it. I mean, maybe it's me, maybe I'm a little bit different, but before I go somewhere, I do my research on that place to the point where I'm even learning a little bit of the language. You know, now granted, I'm lucky enough to know Spanish and I'm fluent in Spanish. So it's making it easy for me to, learn Portuguese. And in fact, I can understand Portuguese. I speak to a lot of people from Brazil and I understand them very well. I also research the areas. I make sure that the place I'm gonna stay at is a safe area, because some people, they get too caught up in women. And that's the primary reason why they're going, and they forget, okay, safety, there's other things you got to watch out, so make sure you guys are doing your research when you're going places. Another thing, and I talked to you about this before, Kings, but there's a lot, especially with Americans, like when you travel overseas, sometimes you can really tell who's American. Like they stick out because we're just the energy about us. We're very like braggadocious compared to other cultures. And that works against us because people plot on you. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. You need game when you go overseas. You got to be low key. I'm very low key when I'm overseas, to the point where I try to act like the locals. I study the locals. I'm like, all right, what do the locals do? How do the locals dress? Like in Colombia, for example, I know they don't wear shorts out there. They wear jeans. Guess what? I'm going to wear jeans. I'm not going to wear designer clothing because I'm not trying to stick out. I'm not trying to get got. You know what I mean? So that's the thing, is brothers just need to do their research before they go to places and stop thinking about women so damn much. You know what I mean?
Facts. Real.
One of the things that I think we haven't even talked about is the fact that if you have income in the United States and you're able to travel, you basically can do arbitrage, whatever it is that you want. And you can elevate the type of person that you meet in a foreign country simply by using the wealth that you have by coming to a Colombia or coming to a country where you can arbitrage your money and take advantage of it. I mean, and that's, if you want to travel and bottom feed, then you run into certain issues. But if you can arbitrage the income that you have and you can elevate where you go and the surroundings that you have, then you can have a much pleasant experience, much more pleasant experience.
Yeah.
So Todd, stay right there. So, what are some of the ways that men in particular can arbitrage? You're in Bogota, Colombia, so kind of give some examples of that. Just kind of give a little deep dive in that.
Okay, well, there are certain levels of restaurants that you can go to. That I mean, if you have U.S. income, you can afford higher scale restaurants that maybe other people can't. And like the one brother said, that you do want to blend in. I mean, you don't want to have that grandiose American attitude and start making it rain wherever it is that you go. But at the same time, one of the things that I did very early on living here in this particular neighborhood is that I would buy coffee for all the guards. Right. So coffee was very inexpensive. It was very cheap. But by doing that, they look out for me. Right. I make sure that with the neighborhood stores or neighborhood shops, I would go and I'd buy bread from them or do different things like that. And they started to, recognize that, hey, I'm generous, but I'm not flaunting it. But at the same time, I'm being generous and I'm being respectful of the culture, understanding that, they're very hardworking people. And so when you show that level of respect and you're at the same time you're arbitraging, right, without being braggadocious about it, they respect it because they want the tourism, they want the U.S. dollar, they want you to have a good experience because they want you to bring, other people that they can just elevate the entire community. Another thing that I did here is that I started a soccer club. Why? Because I got to give back to the kids, right? So when they see that you're focused on community building, you're focused on elevating everyone around you, and you're just being a regular person, they respect that. But again, if you look for a hole in the walls, that's what you're gonna find, right? That you find what you're looking for. And but if you respect yourself, right, like the brother's talking about, if you respect yourself and you hold yourself in high esteem, then you're not gonna do dumb shit.
Facts.
Right.
That's that self-love, self-value I'm talking about.
Exactly.
That's what I'm talking about.
and I do want to say this, and I've been trying to get in touch with Austin, but I know he's very busy. Austin, man, I'm telling you, man, I respect what you do. I want to thank you for going through the door, right? Like I said, I'm 61 years old, and I wish I had the guts at 24 like you did, right, to be able to do that. And I didn't, but I live vicariously through you in many ways. It's because of you and others that I follow. I started my own YouTube channel, and I just want to thank you, man, publicly, and say, hey, you know what? Just keep up the good work. I know it's a lonely road sometimes, but just remember. And I think Steve Harvey said this because he's been in the news lately. Said a barking dog don't bark at parked cars.
Absolutely. And another thing, man, what we all gotta realize is like, when look at Austin's age group, and I think like a couple of us had touched on that, is you got a lot of what they call fluidity, if you will, and you all know exactly what I'm trying to say, right? So like they have these things where it's just like pretty much out in the open, and in that clip of where things got a little testy, but we were all having a mature conversation about it, where these things are just pushed in our face, this agenda, and so you have so many people of Austin's age where like they're really, really, really soft, man. Like these kids are soft, and like they're so emotional. They're on like antidepressants. Like what's the guy in Florida? Like he ended up deleting himself. An artist, man. I forgot, man, but he was talking about just talking about offing himself in popular artists, man. And he ended up doing it. I forgot his name, but somebody will say it in the chat. But long story short, man, we gotta give the young man his flowers, bro. That's essentially what I'm getting at.
Cigars. We don't give flowers to me.
Yes.
Cigars, exactly.
I knew it.
Flowers around here.
Hey,
Austin is smoking a cigar right now. So let's just say
cigars, right?
No, that's funny you said that, Miles, because y'all East Coast niggas, y'all started that flower shit. That's what's funny. Noriega and them on Drink Champs.
Look, we gotta upgrade, bro. We gotta upgrade. But you're right though. But you know what it is? You know what it is? It was, where I first heard it really though? It was the Latino cats. It was the Bronx cats. So
Fuego.
Yeah.
No, but we upgraded to cigars. We don't give men flowers. We give them cigars.
We can say, but see, like, hey, if you look at flowers, I look at flowers as a plant, and a plant you could roll it up, and
we from the West Coast. Yeah, we roll one we smoke one for you. We're gonna smoke one for you, Austin. That's what we do.
Oh, special flowers that could be rolled with cigars. Got you. I got you.
We love those plants.
Oh man. Listen, we're at the 2-hour mark, and I know a couple of people was running a little bit late. Austin, I know he was running a little bit late, but I think I'm gonna close this one out, man. I know some people want to get on the panel, but this one is gonna be a closed panel.
Yeah.
So
shout out to all the super chats though. I see you raking in a little something. That's what's up.
Exactly, dude. Exactly. That's shout out to all that y'all that super chatted, man.
Yeah. Hey guys, do you mind if I read these super chats before we roll out?
Please, bro. You cannot offend me. Trust me, please. And I speak from the heart. You can't offend him neither. Just say whatever. It actually makes it more fun. Please.
Exactly. You gotta have thick skin in this game, bro.
Yes, you do.
What are we talking about?
If you're a content creator, you gotta have thick skin, man. Man, listen, these dudes be talking out their neck, and you be like, man, bro, if you don't come outside with the avatar, and remember back in the day, like when somebody was talking, hey, Miles Lakari, you from the city, right? Yo, somebody was talking trash, you had to get off the next subway stop, or if you hit that, if you was on the bus, you had to get off the next stop and shoot.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Foreign only says, why wasn't I invited? I am the best in the dating space. A salute to my man Floyd. Definitely make sure y'all check out his channel. Let's see here. Castlevania Kid. I can self-improve overseas. Everything dating coaches want me to stay in the USA. I can do 10 times overseas. Economic arbitrage.
All right, cool.
Okay, all right, okay.
Yeah.
That's adorable.
Let's see. Official Kobe. Part of being a man is designing the lifestyle you desire and doing what's necessary to fulfill it, no matter where it is in the world.
Right.
Yeah, that's the best super chat I've seen all night.
Mm-hmm.
Wrench Turner, shout out to the hometown homie Austin, salute, and to the OG Zoom to Thailand. Yeah, man. I really hope all of y'all connect with each other, man, because I would love to see all of y'all like on different, channels and stuff like that, man. Let's see here. Mental agility coaches. How far will game get you? If you get married and have a baby with her in the United States, she holds all the power. What do you do after the marriage?
All right, let me say it quick.
And not to put you on the spot, but Reese, I would actually, like to, get your thoughts on this one.
You know what? Honestly, I've been married and I got 2 children, teenage daughter and a little boy. And that's why I'm the balance to the force when it comes to this balance, when it comes to this panel right now, you know what I'm saying? Because I know a lot of cats are afraid to have either get married or afraid to have children. But when you have a boy and a girl, you honestly can't help but be objective. And that's kind of what this panel has pretty much been about. But what do you do after the marriage? That's where your power comes in. So you guys always want to talk about once you get married, it's over. You shouldn't have to give your relationship over to the state. At the end of the day, it's a whole entire journey. There is no destination unless you guys grow apart, and it happens. Me and my wife, we had a child, and we just grew apart. It happens. You do counseling, but sometimes, Lord willing, you can't come back together. But you guys pretty much try to work it out. You make arrangements, you get a divorce, and then you just move on. But now it's about your children, and now you got to work on yourself. So like Bruiser's pretty much said, he has things in place to where if something, unfortunate does happen in his marriage, and these are the things that you got to talk about with the person, that you are married to. But in essence, if you are dating and you see those red flags and you know which red flags I'm talking about, then don't pursue marriage with that woman. That's all pretty much I can say. It's like, when this woman is your wife, you're her husband. A lot of people just pretty much just have an ulterior motive to get married now. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody wants to get married just for the legacy or the family or whatever the case may be. It's like, no, get married because you are ready to be a husband, because you're ready to be a provider, because you're ready to be a protector, because you're ready to be pastor, the teacher, you're ready to be a father. Don't get married, or Austin would pretty much say, like, just because you need to be monogamous, or there's an agenda be like, just to get like married, like, what Kevin Sam used to always say, or you're die alone or whatever. It's like everybody has their own reasons to get married. Marriage is like the damn military. It's not for everybody. Ask Lucario. You know what I mean? It's like it's everybody has their own reasons. You just gotta have yours. So don't worry about the end. Don't worry about the finish line of any relationship. Just enjoy your freaking journey. That's it. It's like everybody's always so damn afraid of like giving this negative end result. This is what the internet does. This is what YouTube does. I'm gonna say it. This is what the red pill does. It has y'all all freaking like marriage was your shit. It's your institution. She doesn't get married unless you ask. It's your shit. All right. So even when the child does come, that's both of your guys' child. You guys pretty much just have to do the best you can to be the best parents you can. All right. So that's pretty much what I'm going to say on that, because it's a complex question, but I hope, the answer is as good enough and as objective as I can provide it for you.
Can I say something real quick?
Yeah.
All right. So this is
don't know accidents happen with motherfuckers that got game.
So basically, that's Rosebud right there. He said, "Don't know accidents happen with motherfuckers who got game." So basically, what that means is that when you're in a relationship, all relationships are going to end. Either you're going to die or you're going to break up, right? So what happens is that when you're looking at relationship success through it lasting, then like forever, then you're looking at it wrong, because anything can happen. So like Reese said, he said, okay, they grew apart, and that is what it is, right? What happens though is the reason why most guys have an issue when it comes to divorce, and why women, put them through the ringer, is because women been putting them through the ringer from the jump, which means your girl didn't have any respect for you from the jump. So what happens is that a lot of these guys that get divorced, they're in situations where they're with women who never had respect for them in the first place. So let's say I get divorced, right? There's not going to be no thing where my woman's taking half and she's disrespecting me and I got to go to court. None of that's happening. Why? Because my women have respect for me, period. You know what I'm saying? So what happens is that when you have influence over women, you also have influence when y'all are not together, if you know how to have a relationship the right way. But that's all I'll say about that. Don't let the red pill in the internet fool you with this scared tactic of, oh my God, I can't get married. Because let me tell you, most of you guys in the chat, guess what's going to happen? You guys are going to get married. I guarantee you, once you start getting older, you meet a woman, you want to quote unquote settle down, you're going to get married too. So what I'm saying is, if you do get married, make sure that the woman you're getting married to respects you. That's all you got to understand about it.
And if you want to learn how to have a relationship the right way, go to badboymembership.com, badboymembership.com.
Facts. Exactly.
Yo, okay. All right. Good stuff, man. All right. Where am I at? Damn, you threw me off, Miles. Okay. All right. Tell you what, we can disagree and agree on everything that's said while we are overseas. I don't give a damn if a black man says stay or leave as long as he's happy.
Facts.
All right. Let's see. Social loaner, dating coaches. I will be willing to put up money to see y'all pull ladies in public and not a controlled environment. Let's see your results.
Yeah, come with us next time when we have our seminars. That's what we did literally in Vegas. So come through.
I'm gonna speak on that because I holler at malls, libraries, Lake Merrick, the park, just somewhere out in the daytime, because I hate bars and I do not like nightclubs. I'm too old for that shit. I'm 44. So I pretty much like being in a public environment where everybody's pretty much chilling. Sun is radiating on people. Well, not now because it's winter. So yeah. Oh, and by the way, chat, I mentioned my divorce when the panel started. Y'all late.
Oh, and the social loaner, I will personally go out with you and holler at women. Just send a check and we'll make it happen. We'll do that. You know what I'm saying? That's what I do with private coaching. We'll do that. So hit me up. We'll make it happen.
All right, cool. Let me continue. The Pathfinder's Journey. Game can teach you some skills to get women, but to keep a woman has to be in their nature. Acquiring women and keeping women are two different things. That I do agree with.
Mm-hmm. I agree. But it's not the thing that's in their nature he said to keep a woman has to be in their nature. It's not in the woman's nature to be kept. It's in your management skills to keep things positive while things are happening. That's what you got to do.
Okay, gotcha. Let's see here. Didn't know image consultants wore backward caps with oversized tees. Get your refunds.
They're trying to get at Bruiser.
Oh yeah. MDZ dating coaches. No, y'all. From now on, where's the rate at? Passport, bro. Expat up. I'm zooming to Thailand. I don't care if they want a wife or not, as long as they're happy. Lucario culture does not make a difference, sir. It has been proven and documented. Sir, please stop the madness.
Stop the madness.
Wait, what?
What he's talking about?
Stop the madness, Lucario, and stop wearing that backwards hat too.
Exactly right.
Shout out to Passport Mastery TV for the $9.99. Let's see your results. That's not a hired woman or in a controlled environment. Y'all sound.
Oh my god.
Y'all sound good.
Obsessed.
Like good dudes who don't know better.
Yeah, we sound good to dudes who don't know no better. Facts.
Dating coach roaster. Go Austin. I'm gonna roast these clowns on my channel.
Nice.
Let's see here. Go figure out how to navigate overseas. Everything they're saying.
Real quick, Kings. Please send the link. Please send out the link when y'all roasting and clip this shit and all that.
Please mention badboymembership.com and masculineidentitymembership.com. Thank you very much.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Go figure out how to navigate overseas. Everything they're saying you should stay and do. I can do 10 times overseas. This is a dumb comment and they know it. Oh, convo and they know. Excuse me. Shout out to King Dream currently watching. Shout out to all of you gentlemen on this discussion panel. Thank you all of you on this discussion for showing men there's another way.
Mm-hmm.
Salute. Tevin Kings, thank you so much for the $5 super sticker. Wayne Thomas, standard of living 100K in the US is 500K overseas. I was on DC Metro today and 85% of the sisters were overweight and only one had her natural hair.
On the what? The DC what?
DC Metro. So yeah, the DC Metro. It's like the New York City subway or something.
You need to go to U Street. Then he got to go over that spot. It'd be over.
He need to go to Utica Ave.
No, not
tripping off chicks off the subway.
U Street in DC is fire.
Yeah. Like Utica Ave. I'm like, yo. Okay, my bad. Surround yourself, overcome obstacles, share ideas, self-improve overseas. Lucario, become the guy overseas living in the mansion. Currently watching. Hope you're doing well. Yes, thank you so much, bro. I really, really appreciate it. What does it say about America when Apple and countless other companies build factories overseas? Is Apple a failure for not building in the United States? You know what?
Isn't it? It's cheaper.
Come on, bro. Like, you see?
Yeah, I think like what they were trying to say is like earlier. I mean, it was a lot of satire or whatever, but essentially what this person is trying to say, okay, like what's wrong with getting the better option? You know, that's what they're trying to say.
Right.
Flaw 2001. Honest question. What else of real substance are you dating coaches offering? Offer society besides talking online?
Absolutely nothing. We offer absolutely nothing. Don't pay attention to anything we said tonight. We're just here. We're just here fucking around. We offer nothing. Okay, just want y'all to know that.
Okay. She can pretend to cook overseas. You can teach her how to cook. You can teach her how to cook your steak overseas.
Mm-hmm.
Richie.
Look, okay, I don't get that. What? Come on, man. Like, it's like we got 5-year-olds super chatting. I'm sorry, Kings. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I'm just trying to speed through it. There's a lot of these shits, man. I'm just trying to speed through them.
I'm just glad you're getting the super chat. That's what I'm glad. I'm happy about that shit.
Shout out to Kings.
Yeah, no worries, man. Thanks, man. Learn and practice game overseas. Passport bros receipts are effing up the dating coaches. Bottom line.
That is true. I'm about to be homeless next week, so I just want y'all to know that. You passport bros. See, I've been fucking up the hustle. I'm just letting y'all know, and clip that too, so y'all can pass that around. But make sure you put badboymembership.com under the joint. That's what we need y'all to do. Thank you.
Are these bots super chatting? I'm just
these are real. These are real.
This ain't AI.
Reese he can't even believe it. He's like.
Let's see.
Right.
Fellas, just combine what you learned from Lucario and what you learned from Rich Austin, and you're winning. Keep what works, throw what doesn't away. Yep. Yeah. I mean, listen,
I could definitely agree with that. Because I mean, imagine if you got game to. Because look, I will admit to a certain extent that because I've traveled and I've noticed a more friendly social attitude in other countries. So the social interactions can be easier and more comfortable. And I get that, I'm not going to act like that's not a part of it, but so what Castlevania is saying is that if you combine, if you got game, you know you can attract women, and you have a great sense of self and your purpose as a man, and you go to a place where, just like Austin said, it's like a cheat code because the chicks are already like inclined to, be more willing to, be more socially interactive, then it's the best of both worlds, and then you are living the best life.
Yes. I don't know. I kind of feel like if me, Miles, and Lucario, if we all went to Colombia, we'd be looking for like the best places to eat. We probably wouldn't even trip off the chicks. Like
exactly, no, exactly.
I mean, no homo, because just in case motherfuckers get zesty in the chat and shit. But it's like I'm trying to go find a good spot to eat at, sightsee and shit. But that's just me. Go ahead.
Well,
next one.
I mean, listen, like and I'll stop the super chats to kind of respond to what you're saying, and Austin can attest to this, and Todd is married, but I'm sure Todd is like he notices women like there's so many beautiful women no matter where you go. You go to the mall, you go to the local grocery store, you know what I mean? So like even if you say, hey man, you know what, like I'm looking for the best tomahawk steak or whatever the case is, like like there's probably a badass server, you know what I mean? Like regardless, you're going to run into them. So like even if you just chilling, like they're gonna find you, bro. Don't even worry about that. Let me see. Okay. Colombia, 2.5 mil visitors a year, only 40 incidents and 8 deletions out of the 40. Use common sense and don't drop your guard. Keep your head on a swivel the same way you do in the States. Thanks. Okay, so you got to remember, and I agree with that. I agree with that but the only thing I'll add is those are incidents that are reported. So even though like even though we're still talking like 1% is still high enough because those people aren't able to get back to their families. You know what I mean? So some people don't come back from this.
Right. That's 1 out of every 100 people.
Yep.
That's 1 out of every 100 people. And what you said, 2.5 million visitors?
Yeah, 2.5 million visitors in Colombia.
All right, so let's just say that's 1.25 for
Is that Colombia or Medellin?
Yeah,
I think that's Medellin.
He said Colombia. I think that's the country of Colombia.
Yeah, but 2.5 million visitors per day is I think that's
per year.
Okay, yeah.
So we still talking about 12,500 people getting deleted or scopolamined. So I'm just saying.
Well, he said only 40 incidents and 8 deletions. So 8 deletions, that have been reported. So
they have been reported. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought somewhere he said 1%.
No, I said I was saying like those, like for the ones that haven't been reported, let's say it's 1%.
Okay. Well, if it is 1%, that's what I'm saying. That's still like 12,000 people. That's a lot of people.
No, it is a lot of people.
If it is actually, it's probably it's probably point something %. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because 1% literally means for every 100 people you see walking through the airport, one of them is going to get scopolamined or deleted.
God damn, Miles.
Yeah, that's bad.
This place don't sound desirable, blood. Like Miles is fucking it up for me, bro. And niggas is like, hey, Reach should be a passport, bro. You know what?
Hey,
I'm gonna go see the pyramids.
Listen, man. I mean, listen. As long as you got your head on a swivel, man, you be all right, bro. They took his friend's bra.
What?
That's
a bot, my nigga.
He listens to Mario Winans when his wife goes out. I don't know what he's talking about.
I'm telling you, got bots up in the chat.
Will is crazy. Why Austin looking like I'm just here so I don't get fined? Stop. Austin, that's kind of funny though.
That is chat up. That's super chat of the night. Who was that social owner? Good shit. That was a good ass one. I'm just here. So
even Austin smiled at that.
That was a banger, my nigga. Good shit.
He said, seriously, these dudes are content creators. That's it.
Wait, hold on. He said the dating coaches are just content creators. Now that hurt my heart. I'm not gonna be able to sleep tonight. I thought I was doing more. Concentrating.
Mentuition, drop the StreamYard link. Open up the panel. This is a closed panel tonight, but Mentuition, I'll do another panel and I'll bring you up as a guest or whatever. But I'll reach out to you, bro. Let's see it. Generation Brand X. Men who travel abroad are not interested in gaming with the SJW and the 304s. What's SJW?
Social justice.
Oh, okay, got it. Yep. Miss some of the stream. Nomadically speaking, salute to you. Miss some of the stream, but salute to the panel. The Institute of America is the real problem. Run far away, have kids, and be happy. Yep, salute. Matt Daniels, I'm 42, a long life bachelor by choice, and I love the dating scene in New York City. Dating is just plain better overseas. Women are more attractive, and the men simp less overseas, which also makes the dating better. Many layers here.
King, do you need your glasses?
I read that completely wrong, didn't I?
No, I'm over here looking at you. You kind of close to the screen, blood.
Do you need your glasses?
You nearsighted?
I forgot my glasses.
I got you, bro. Matt Daniels with the $20 super chat. He says, I'm 42 and a lifelong bachelor by choice. I love dating. I love the dating scene in NYC. Dating is just plain better overseas. Women are more attractive and men simp less overseas, which also makes the dating life better. Many layers here. Great.
Good shit, Mom.
Yeah,
Man,
but I read that.
No, the earlier ones, I'm like, is my man squinting? You squinting the shit out of your face, bro.
Yo, I don't have my if I don't have my glasses, bro, it's a problem.
Yeah,
and then,
I was like, man, he over there hurting.
What the last one is Art of Will with the 199 super chat. He says, I want to see them on Razor Ray's panel. Who's that? Razor Ray's?
Yeah, shout out to my man Razor Ray's. He's a he's a content creator too.
Okay.
Yeah.
They just want to debate all day.
Oh no, there ain't no debating going on. I'm telling you that.
Oh
right
yeah. Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
Lucario, he shut that 10 toes down New Year's.
The game is not up for debate. I'm just letting y'all know right now. The game is not up for debate. I'm sorry. Y'all can talk amongst yourself, but the game is not up for debate. That's
apparently the debate is just what girls are better, Americans or overseas. I mean, to each his own, you know.
19 countries can't debate. Hey man. Yeah. Hey man, he's been to 19 countries in 2 years.
Yeah, I'm talking about the game. The game ain't up for debate. That's all I'm saying.
Right.
Hey, listen.
I'm gonna travel 19 states.
19 states?
I'm gonna travel 19 states just to, see what's up. First, I'm gonna start with 19 cities.
Come on, bro. Nah, man.
First, I'm gonna holler at Bakersfield first, and then I'm gonna hit New York and hit the boroughs, and then make my way to Miami and see what's going on. You know what I mean?
Man, listen. I'm
just
from
bullshitting.
New York. Man, listen. New Yorkers want to get out of New York, bro.
Oh no, that's a fact. That's a fact. I've been left New York. I was like, yeah, I'm good.
No, I ain't never.
Yeah, we've seen what we needed to see.
I mean, let me tell you, every man got to know who they are, because I'll tell you like this. I grew up in New York, right? And I even scouted Miami. You understand? And I moved to a much smaller city. And the thing for me is, I like the pace. I like the difference in the cost of living. I mean, it's still the American economy overall, but I'm in a smaller city where the cost of living is a little bit cheaper. You get more bang for your buck as far as space in real estate and all that type of stuff. So, I do understand. Like, look, I went to Colombia and I got my teeth done. You see what I'm saying? Because my dentist here was trying to get me to pay 6 G's to fix one thing in my mouth, right? When I went to, I put a couple more G's on it, and I got my whole mouth done. You see what I'm saying? So, bro, I do understand.
You got a mesmerizing grill, bro. My God, looking like Cameron.
And the benefit, I do understand the benefit, and I don't sit here and try to act like nothing. But the bottom line is, like, and And I can respect what Austin said earlier. He's like, yo, it's a cheat code. He's being honest. It's a cheat code. It's not what a lot of niggas think. It's a cheat code. It is what it is. As long as you know what you're doing and you understand your purpose, I can't fault you. But if you go over here acting like, you know, you're not a Mac or a player in America, but yeah, over here in Thailand, I'm a Mac and a player and a pimp.
Goldie over there in Thailand.
You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is, but not live your life, but just be aware, man. Just keep it honest with yourself. That's really what it is, man.
Man, New York is the best. I don't know what y'all talking about. I ain't never leaving.
Never leave New York,
Never
man.
leave New York.
Makari said New York is the best. Okay, listen.
I ain't never leaving.
We got one more super chat, and then I'm gonna close it out, man. All right. So Solomon Ultra says, I'm a black hippie. Traveling is about expanding the mind. Traveling for Punani isn't good for the soul. If the poom poom comes out of it, cool, but I don't do it for that. Oh, I don't die for it. I don't die for it. My bad. No, I mean, listen, like again, you know, when you're traveling to all these places, like, and if you're good with women, it's going to be a byproduct. You know, you guys made that comment. I think it was Reese, and he said that, you know, you guys are going to go somewhere in Latin America and go to, like, you know, a steakhouse or get sushi, whatever the case is, you know. And it was kind of a silly joke, but I was saying, like, regardless of where you go, there's so many beautiful women. So even if you like, man, when you're not looking for it, it's on your plate, bro. It's on your plate.
Right.
So there's that, man. There's that. But guys, we're almost at the 3-hour mark. I really, really appreciate y'all. So we're gonna be doing part 5 in March. And man, I really appreciate all of you guys really being a part of this series, man. And Jamie, first time, Todd, first time, but thank you so much. I really, really appreciate you, brothers, man. And Reese,
respect to everybody, man. Respect to everybody. Appreciate every last one of y'all. God willing, we'll be here for the next one. Respect to everybody. MasculineIdentityMembership.com. Mr. Lucario got BadBoyMembership.com. So if you still want some game, you know what I'm saying? You still want some game. You still want to understand yourself. Even if you're a passport bro, I got information for you too, bro.
Nah, Miles, look, the game is bullshit. I don't know what the fuck you talking about, nigga. That game shit is bullshit. Don't bother. It's a scam.
And if you don't want the information, you could at least get the soap. If you don't want the information, you could at least get the soap. My soap is fire. You know what I'm saying? I just want to let y'all see this right here. It's beautiful, beautiful soap. It's all natural. You see what I'm saying? Got the logo in there. So hit that QR code right there, please. Wait. Hit that QR code and order your soap. Hit the QR code and check the soap out. All right? Appreciate it.
Thanks, man. Really, really appreciate it. All right. Lucario.
Yes, sir. Yeah, man. Appreciate you having me, man. This is Kings and Dreams. I fucks with you, my brother. So appreciate you putting this together. Appreciate you having me, having everybody on the joint. Guys, make sure you hit me up at badboymembership.com. Also, go to masculineidentitymembership.com or hit me up on Instagram at real Mr. Lucario so that you too can learn some game. You feel me? But appreciate you, man. That's what's up.
Thank you, man. Really, really appreciate it. Really, really appreciate it, man. I'm gonna go with you, Reese.
Yeah, so you should do a resale black. I just want to say thank you for having me on the panel and everything. And this was fun, it's entertaining. And I know it could be a little bit off the hook and chippy and everything, but this is the locker room. This is 2024. This is the new barbershop. You know what I'm saying? And it's needed and everything. So even if it looks like we taking jabs or whatever, you know, it's all in love. We all crew, we all family and everything. And we just wish each other to like just be safe. You do you, it don't matter. And I'm glad that we all could just come together and just laugh about shit. Like this was like a fun night. It was entertaining and can't wait to do it again, brothers. Love y'all.
Yo, salute, man. Definitely.
Nigga, quit shooting.
All right, Todd, what do we got, brother?
Hey, thanks for allowing me to be on the panel. I really respect it. I'm honored to be here with you gentlemen. And I just want to encourage everyone who's been watching this and following the individuals on this panel to continue to do so, because we need the support. And iron sharpens iron. And I really appreciate you guys. You've given me some things to think about, and that has always been it's always a good thing to have self-reflection and improve upon oneself every single day. Thank you guys. I really appreciate it.
Thank you so much, man.
You.
Really, really appreciate you, bro. My man Austin, what's up?
I appreciate you bringing me on today. To be 100% honest, I can't have this conversation again.
Hey, listen, I don't blame you, bro.
I can't. I mean, a year ago, when I had only been to one country, 2 years ago, I haven't been to one country. I was still in debating, mode. Right now, like I said, it's like me eating at 19 different steakhouses, and you trying to convince me that I'm lying to myself.
I fucks with it. I respect it.
Yeah, I whether what you're saying is true or not, I can't.
He's saying the traveling game is not up for debate. I respect that shit. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta have experience everywhere, but I don't even know what's going on in America anymore.
Right.
I can't even debate with y'all. I can debate with y'all back then because I was still in the States. I don't know when I'm going back. So
right.
It is what it is.
I feel that, man. Thank you so much for being here. I really, really appreciate you, bro.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
All right. And then Jamie, what we got, man?
Man, listen, what a panel, man. What a panel. Like, there's so much wisdom and knowledge in this panel, man. And me as an individual who, I'm not gonna lie, I'm the no name here. Nobody knows who I am yet. You know what I mean? Hopefully that changes one day. But just learning from you guys, listening with you guys, being here with the best of the best, it was definitely a game-changing experience for me. I'm just getting started. I've been traveling a lot myself. I make a lot of travel content. In fact, what you guys are watching right now is Against All Odds, is my travel vlog series. Check that out. I've been to Turkey. I've been to everywhere. Little that people know, but I've been around a lot of places. I'm up and coming. I'm hungry for it. I want to be the best in the game. And it was truly a pleasure to be on here, man. But, one final message. I know, some people go to where they're appreciated. Some people stay here. I get that. Everyone has different perspectives and opinions, but just do whatever y'all want to do. If you want to be here, be here. If you want to go out, man. It doesn't matter. Don't let anyone tell you what to do or what to believe in. You believe in what you want to believe in, and I'm going to leave it there.
Yep, I definitely appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. All right, so I really, really appreciate everyone coming together today. Different thoughts, different opinions, regardless whether you believe that people should travel, stay in the States, live abroad, whatever the case is. The most important thing is when you have something that you believe in, that you're passionate about, and you want to go explore, then explore. Here's the thing, man. If you want to stay in the United States, that's cool. That's one country. But remember, there's almost 200 countries in this world. So go out and explore and do what you think is best for you. Just make sure that you always keep your head on a swivel, your mind on a swivel, and always know that you have loved ones that are always thinking about you. So you got to make sure that you represent yourself and represent them at the same time. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay on your purpose. Peace and love.